can't use me nor abuse me. I will never lose. You can't control me, boy, you can't hold me. Nobody to hold me back no more. Leave me alone. I don't have no owner. Nobody to hold me back no more. Leave me alone. I don't have no owner. No owner. No owner. Leave me alone. I don't have no owner. No owner. No owner. Leave me alone. I don't have no owner. When the wine is me alone, I don't answer to a soul. Leave me alone. I don't have no owner. When the wine is me alone, I don't answer to a soul. Leave me alone. I don't have no owner. Don't get confused. The truth is, I choose me. You never knew your duty, so you lose me. Nobody to hold me down when I'm winding up. Don't hold me back because I in my zone. I don't have no owner. Don't even try to come and test. Boy, just give it a rest. Leave me alone. I don't have no owner.
We
Nobody
go fat, we go party till the morning. We go jump like we going insane. It's just y'all and the back and all it calling. You see back and all it calling me name. Yeah. Tell them it's fat, we fattin'. It's fat, we fattin'. It's fat, we fattin'. It's fat, we fattin'. Tell them it's fat, we fattin'. It's fat, we fattin'. It's fat, we fattin'. It's fat, we fattin'. I wanna drink my rum and sweat it out 'cause it's fat, we fattin'. And if I wine when I gal and she pushing back, it's just fat, we fattin'. I wanna live my life in carnival 'cause it's fat, we fattin'. I wanna build my house with a wagon 'cause it's fat, we fattin'.
With my two hands up in the air, this is the face of a man who don't give two ducks. So when you see me jumping up everywhere, with a bottle in my hand, you know what's up. Here what? Don't jump me, don't jump me, don't jump me, don't jump me. When you see me out in the crowd, I know when you're loud, I know when you're loud. Don't jump me, don't jump me, don't jump me, don't jump me. When you see me out in the fete, I'm doing it wet, I don't wanna stress. That's when the vibration good, and the music good, then we keep it good. So let we keep it good now. When the girls whining good, and the grinding good, then we keep it good. So let we keep it good now.
It's been a while since I go and take a line. Drink a rum to clear me mind, and it has been so long. Still young and in my prime, but I losing plenty time. That's why I can't wait till the beat of the rhythm drop, and the girl them winding up non-stop on the road. I out on the road, masqueraders bound to the truck, and we living up these 2 days we have. Don't tell me stop and go. I'm not going home. I just wanna wine, 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 wine. Now I fed my stress away, my stress away. I just wanna wine, 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 wine. Now I fed my stress away, my stress away.
Hey. All right, yeah, we good. Listen, I tell you now, you know, I told you once, I told you twice, I'm going to repeat it again. This is the song to beat inside Victoria Park on Saturday night, inside the Ragga Soca Monarch category. This song right here is the song to beat inside the Ragga Soca category. Alright, this is Gio. Oh my God, what a song, sweet. Hey, good morning. All you come. Let's go. Somebody adjusted my headphone. Something okay now. Okay, right, yeah. Coming in much better day now. Good morning. Rise and shine. It's another day. It's Thursday. Day number 3 in the month of July. Carnival is here. Vinci Mars is here. What are you doing? What all you doing if all you still outside? Oh my God, all you wasting time. George here already. George! What's up, my brother? Morning. Let me see the early risers. Anne is inside. Good morning, Anne. Good morning, Jacqueline is inside. Glenda is inside. Well, George up early. One thing about George, whether yard or abroad, George getting up early. Big up George inside. Let's go. Now, Rosemary. Good morning. Nisi, good morning. Rosemary Shady in here. Shady. Where is Shady though? Vacation.
Something like that.
Carnival.
He came here yesterday.
He was in here. He passed you yesterday.
He showed up yesterday all of a sudden.
Like he missed it already. It's not more than he missed it already, you know. Doug is inside. Morning. Ronald, morning. All you come inside. Maureen, good morning. Share the live as you coming, alright? Now, let me go ahead and apologize. We should have had Fireman joining us this morning. Unfortunately, that won't be possible for this morning, alright? He apologized. He's trying to make it up for tomorrow morning, God's will. But he had a situation where there's some footage that should have been recorded yesterday for his presentation at Soca Monarch, which you know would take priority now for Saturday night, and that wasn't done yesterday. No fault of his. So they're trying to get that sorted out this morning as we speak. Alright, so unfortunately he will not be inside with us this morning. Alright, so I'm apologizing on his behalf. Like I said, we're trying to see if we could make up for that tomorrow morning. Alright, during the course of tomorrow morning. Alright, nonetheless, you know we bring the bacchanal whether or not we got. If it's bacchanal you want, if it's bacchanal you love, we got the bacchanal. 3 times the bacchanal. We got it here, right here. Alright, there are a number of things. I'm just waiting to confirm something else before we put that out. But while we put that to simmer, in the meantime, now maybe we could go with the Calypso finals or the picks for the Calypso finals. Maybe we can go in on that for a little bit. Who knows, we might play 1 or 2 of the songs, which is only fair. Right? Kid, we have a couple of them, right? We have a few of them.
Maybe, yeah.
We have a few of them, so we'll play a few of them. Alright? So go ahead, share the live and chime in with us. So the picks. Let's go to the Marshall night, Calypso finals night. I'm seeing some people complaining, they questioning how he make it, how she make it. This one wasn't supposed to be in there, that one wasn't supposed to be in there. How he make it over this one, how this one make it over that one. What are your thoughts? What are your concerns? What are your queries? What are you displeased by? What are you dissatisfied with as it relates to the picks for the Calypso finals this coming Sunday night? Let me pull it up. Let me pull it up and share them. Maybe you can call and let me know who you think deserve to be there and is not there, and who do you think is there that should not have been there. Plain and straight. Tell it like it is. You call me, whether on the direct line or on the WhatsApp, hit me up and you let me know. Alright, we'll go in on that for one. There's another homicide, alleged homicide again this morning. This time I think they would call it patricide, I think. Yeah, another son allegedly took the life of his father. Boy, that is a crazy message that is being sent if that is the case. Sons are turning on fathers. It almost sounds like the end of times. You know, for those of you who are biblically inclined, and yeah, it almost sounds biblical. Another son allegedly taking the life of his father. Sons against fathers, fathers against sons. What is it? Good morning. Who's calling?
Good morning, Brother Fuji. How are you?
I ain't too bad.
I miss you badly because
I must stop lying so all in the morning. You miss
well,
what?
let me say this. Let me say this, right? Once you give me a chance to speak, I love you. Once you block me out because you want to hide up truth, I against you. Whether mother, son, father, Holy Ghost. And I'm saying, hey, no, give me a chance to speak because I love my country. I just want to beg you for one thing. I love these carnivals. Calypsos and so on. And my brother, you know,
who you think should not have been inside it? Talk to me straight. Don't tell no lies.
Hey, my brother, let me say this. I don't, let me say this. Most of the time you hear the soca, you don't hear the carnival. Calypso. You know, I go down the shop and you would hear them, you know, this year is really, they're missing this, and it's bad.
You went to any of the tents? You went to any
of
the tents?
No, you know, not to God, man. I'm not into, I grew up that way. I'm not into the, you know, a lot of us, we are not into the, a significant amount of people not into that aspect of it. You respect us too. And I'm not in any way going against those. All I want to beg you for one little favor. One little favor is the protection and you know, of our young children.
Hamo. Before we go there, right? Before we go there, you heard any of the calypsos? You heard the finalists for the calypso?
I heard one calypso in one. It was on both. I think both France was playing it, and oh Jesus Lord!
So you
it came from my good friend. We name again the boy, man. The man with the Ripper Man something now. Right, and I was disappointed.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The calypso, you know,
I don't know who you mean, Hamo.
Well, remember the song that was very controversial.
I know a lot of controversial songs. So you can't talk about what we're talking about.
Well, you don't
go calypso. You don't go calypso. Wait, Hamo.
Let me just finish up.
Wait, Hamo. You didn't go any of the calypso tent. You didn't go the calypso semis. You will hold one song for the entire season.
Only one. That's what I'm telling you. So you hear them on the radio. You have played much on the radio station?
Of course we played one or two. We didn't play all. We didn't play the majority. But we played
one
or two.
You know, give the.
So then you can share and what we discussing.
But brother, I said it to you that I'm really not. I would hear them on radio stations and I will get to know them. Some of them I like them, some of them are uplifting, some of them are comment about them.
You're missing the point.
No, what I'm saying.
What you're saying, I don't think it falls in line with what we are discussing. That is what I am saying.
I am not here to discuss in any way that you know legal. Yes, I am saying. Let me say that. I'm saying then that what I'm disappointed about is Calypso over the years have been very productive and constructive, and they have gone. I mean, basically not uplifted. I mean, we need to help young people.
You heard one, so you can't criticize anything.
I heard one. Oh God, let me say this now. Well, I'm not right. I'm here to be right and wrong. I'm only saying across the board, generally. What is so hard for me to say, oh God, Calypso, and then we get something. I listen to Barbados Calypso, sometimes I go, wow, you know, what I'm saying. But when I say what we have
you can't criticize Calypso here in St. Vincent.
I don't want to criticize
one. But you can't speak on it because you heard one.
Why I'm saying I can't when you can speak on it?
Of course, I heard about 5. I could discuss the 5. You heard 1.
Yes, but why is it that?
Tell me about the one that you heard. Let's criticize the one.
I was very disappointed in it because in that Calypso, I called the CDC, and I said to the lady, I don't want to go, you know, after my brother. but I am not happy to hear any kind of statements encouraging people to eliminate people. These things should not be allowed. We have a serious situation. I know how much thought you're so quiet mourners in this country, and that should not be, brother. I'm very disappointed in you. And all I'm begging, my brother, I know you don't want me to talk. If you bring on WhatsApp, you allow him to talk, and then he don't listen to me, can't say that. I am saying is that all I want for my country is for order, respect, protection for our young girls who are given alcohol. Let us help them, my brother. No, Tommy is a bad person. I love my country. Don't treat me like I'm going to defend you and your children in our country, but you're trying to make it look like I don't know nothing. I know all of you in terms of our young people and our country is starving. There's a hurricane season up to nobody said, put aside a little money and drink off your money and rum. And you telling me, I mean, you don't know anything? Do you flash with me? I love you, my brother. Do you flash with me?
Sounds like he finished.
Yeah.
He done. That took a while. Jesus Christ. Oh my God, it's like what? Is there anybody out there who heard more than one of the calypsos? Anybody who heard more than one? I don't understand this guy. So he's calling to criticize. He's calling to criticize the calypsos. But he heard one. I don't. Ah, jeez. Good morning, caller.
Fuji.
Yes, sir. Morning.
Fuji, you're wicked. You're shady. Too wicked.
Oh my God. Jeez.
Must be, I did, and I am dying with laughter, right? Because I know you and Shady there, they're laughing. I can't be honest.
Get over here. Shady off.
Oh, it's kid.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Brother.
I don't. Hey, no, it was one thing all the fix this morning, boy.
Ah, jeez.
That was a cup of coffee.
Let me leave all the I'll listen.
All right. That's up, listen.
Big up, man. Big up.
All right. Okay then, good. All right, now we got the commercials coming up. Let me run down the list. All right, call me. Let me know. All right, so far, let me blow it up for a little bit. Okay, so the finalists, we have 11 finalists will be taken to the stage Sunday night for the Calypso finals. All right, according to the list that was shared via media release from the CDC. Learned Fire Empress Ned with Children of the Drum. I love that one. Alvin Zion Denny. We know who you mean. Derek Mansek Alexander. Nothing good to say. Chanel Mackenzie Ghetto Mentality. Maxwell Tajo Francis. Change for what? Zangi's Inside My Nation. Bernard Reality I White. I didn't hear that one at all for the season. That one is called Heartbeat. I heard all the others so far. Sheena has a nice one inside there as well. Our Nation's Cry. Marvelous Marvel Morgan. Calypso are singing. Dennis Bowman, plenty more to come. And Johnny Rebel, the Judiciary. Patches is on reserve with fake news. And that is real news, alright? That is one of the things that I saw. Some people were saying that, well, boy, they don't understand how come they have Patches on reserve. They say Patches deserve to be in the finals, unlike some others. I ain't going to call anybody name. What are your views on it? Hit me up and let me know. Big up. Let me see. Florida is inside. Juliana. Good morning, Juliana. Colin is inside. Shout out to the BVI as well. One of the funniest guys on the planet. Big up Colin, and I ain't no joke, eh? Alright, so talk to me, let me know. You've heard them. You follow Calypso, you're a Calypso fanatic. You've been following the tents. You listen to all the songs, not one like Hamo. your views on the picks for Sunday. Alright, why Patches is not on that list? He's never reserved. Jacqueline, I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. Not too sure what happened on the night. On the semi-finals night. I think Patches, from what I saw, I think he went overtime. So more than likely he must have been penalized for that, which would have reduced his scores at the end of the night. I am not saying that it's that. I am just saying what I observe that might have contributed to him not making the final 11, being in on the final 11. Alright? Shout out to Wang Ping say, listen that beautiful rhythm that we just played there, Wang Ping. I love trouble to her. Wang Ping say, Fuji are still waiting on some good soca music. Listen that rhythm there. Oh God, wicked you wicked. Wicked you wicked. I don't know why Patches is on reserve. I don't know. Like I said, I just shared from my observation. That's my own observation. Alright? But you could call me and let me know. We got some commercials coming up. We're going to pay some bills. Like I said, we should have had Fireman inside. Unfortunately, he asked that we schedule. There's somewhat of an emergency. There's something that should have been done yesterday that wasn't completed, and that has to do with the performance presentation for tomorrow. Well, Saturday night. Alright, so he asked to be excused this morning, and hopefully we try making it up tomorrow. Somebody is asking, Jambon's morning, my brother. My only letdown was Abijah. Abijah didn't get picked for the finals. I ain't gonna lie, I would usually love, I been loving Abijah's contributions over the years, and Abijah's songs are songs that would jump out at you from the get-go. Alright? I am not speaking from no musical background or anything. I am not even qualified to judge. I am just saying, based on past years, Abijah's songs would jump out at you. This year, I honestly didn't feel Abijah. I am not saying that alone should disqualify him from being in the finals. All I am saying, my own personal view, compared with past years, I'm just not feeling Abijah's Calypso this year. I get the impression that he probably just wanted to make a contribution, and that's what he did. Alright? Yeah. Big up Lexi. Rosemary says, big up Lexi. Lexi is the junior soca monarch. Alright? Junior soca monarch. Big up Lexi. And she will continue to do great things. Big up Lexi. Abijah was good this year. I felt his song. Big up Cream. Cream, my brother, welcome. And that's fair. And that's fair. Alright. Fireman went home this morning from Uptown Party. Yeah, that is the case. But that won't usually stop Fireman. Alright. Yeah, that ain't usually going to stop Fireman. Alright. So we are aware that what the arrangements would have been following coming from the Victoria Park this morning and coming in here. So that is not the issue why he is not in this morning. Alright, so it has nothing to do with the time that park finished and all of that. Like the junior Calypso, boy, I don't know. I remember I asked about I raised the concern in relation to the time. You know, the time adjustment, you know, usually would be as in the Junior Calypso and Soca Monarch competition that was held on Tuesday. You know, the time that the show went on to, the time it ended, created great problems serious problems for some persons, especially those who participated from the schools that are furthest north. Alright, so they participated. The show went later than expected. I am thinking, in all fairness, the intent was to start at 4 o'clock to accommodate the parents, like Rodney said last week. Alright, they attempted to start at that time, but there were some issues at the starting, getting it to start on schedule, and even during the event that led to the prolonged version of the event, which resulted in students, teachers from the schools that are farthest north getting home like after midnight and closer to 1 o'clock. And we're seeing it where some people are up in arms, some people, but geez, what can us do? What can us do? Alright, so we're gonna pay some bills. If you wanna talk Calypso, we're gonna talk Calypso. When we come back, we'll share about what's happening in relation to another homicide, alleged homicide, where it is, according to what I read earlier, a young man walked into the police station and told the police that he took the life of his father, and that was last night. Alright, so allegedly, the reality is another son. Well, let me take reality out of it, because allegedly, and until we have solid proof. Alright, so allegedly, another son has taken the life of his father. Not too sure what is the message, if there's even a message with that, but that's the second one in 1 week where a son is taking the life of his father. Weird. If you want to go in on that, we can go in on that. When we come back, let's go pay some bills. And we come right back. Alright, give it locked inside.
Let's go!
Boom 1069, the sound setter of radio.
Ain't got no money back calling me splurge. Watch me jump right off the curb.
New year, different
We
lane.
gon' spin and kill everybody. And we telling all.
Bend that over, let that breathe. Shake that
Boom 1069.
hands on your knees.
Unleash the sound revolution now on Boom 1069.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
For 40 years, we've refined the rhythm of beer, mastering the balance of bold and smooth, crafting flavors that echo through SVG. Between the limes and the laughter, we've carried our expertise across the Caribbean, one brew at a time, perfecting the process, deepening the craft, learning what makes beer not just tasted, but felt. And now, with all that we've learned, we bring you what's next. The next wave of refreshment, the next chapter in our story, the next taste to define a generation, not just another drink. This is the extension of who we are, the next experience, the next icon, imagined and brewed right here at home. It's not just what's next for us, it's what's next for you. It's what's beyond expectations. Own it. Define it. Make your mark. Hyrule next. This is the extension of passion, of possibility. Hyrule next. The future of beer. Made in St. Vincent and the Grenadines by the hands that have mastered the craft for 40 years.
This isn't just a run. With each step begins a new journey. A journey of determination, persistence, and self-discovery. With each step, I am back on a quest to push myself beyond expectations, beyond standards. Each stretch, a reminder of the flexibility of the human spirit. With each step, I am breaking barriers. As I push to the finish, I'm filled with pride. Not just for what I've achieved today, but for the journey that has brought me here. This isn't just a run. It's a testament to the human spirit, and I am here for it. Island Sips, beyond standards, beyond expectations, beyond water.
It all started with a penny. For over 85 years, we have invested in our farmers, fishermen, people, and our country. When we were called to serve, we were here. We understand what is valuable to our people and our country. That is why we support all industries, including tourism. We are the bridge towards a brighter future and economic growth. When our people, government, and businesses called upon us, we were here. "85 years later, First National Bank St. Lucia Limited is here for you.
You're watching IKTV, channel 112. It's all about you.
Minus Hardware. For more information, you can call us at 457-1703 or visit our website, justwashit.vc.
Boom 1069 FM is getting you road ready for the Rise Soca concert on July 9th. Stay tuned for the ultimate fan experience.
Vincy people fed up with selfish. Remember you can't see wheel. On his wheel. Robbers. Captain! Set the sail! Set the sail! Set the sail! Set the sail! Wild pussy! Wild pussy! Wild pussy! We got young! We got young! We got back wet! We got Jana one! Make it! Wild pussy! Wild pussy! Wild pussy! We got young! We got young! We got back wet! We got union! Make it!
Well, pussy. All right. So remember, I was telling y'all that there's a direction, a particular direction that we can go. Just needed to confirm it. All right, and we were able to confirm it on the spot. So we started. Remember, we apologized for what we should have been doing this morning and who we should have been featuring this morning. Now we flipped the script for a little bit, and this is the direction that we're going in now. All right, now somebody's saying that they're not getting it on IKTV. Not too sure. You saw it? All right, so we're gonna rectify that. No, just when you thought that the song was losing steam or losing momentum, there's always bacchanal. Listen, as long as there is carnival or expect bacchanal. You know, right here, boom, we got 3 times the bacchanal, and we've been bringing it to you all season. Now, yesterday, a few statements were made by OG Park. We know OG Park. Everybody dream of go back way. Is that so? Oh, everybody dream of go England. My dream for go back way. Big up the back way people and the life. Juliana reach inside early. Synonymously Beckway and Whale, they go hand in hand, you know. Yeah, big up Juliana. She's inside. Now, in a nutshell, the remarks that he made points in the direction to him being basically exploited and not being able to claim ownership or claim the rights, whatever rights, to songs this year, Will Fussy, as well as Beckway. That was done what year was that? That was 2-3 years ago.
About that.
But you get, listening to the interview, you get the impression that he is I don't want to use the word ignorant as part of the discussion because some people will take it in the wrong way. But ignorant, not in the offensive term, right? But ignorant as in lack of knowledge. He is unaware of a lot, probably everything that he should be aware of. And the thing is, it created a buzz because there are persons who listened to the interview and agreed with just about everything that he shared. The streaming messing up again, eh? All right, they agreed with just about everything that he shared, where he accused the producer or the team that is behind the production for the Whale Fussy track. And what he's claiming is that, he is not benefiting in any way at all from that song. Neither is he benefiting from the Beckwith song. One of the things that, for persons who know, that is confusing is when the claims in relation to the YouTube views for the Beckwith track, right? Not too sure how many you paid attention to it or understand with the basic knowledge that I have as to how it works. When he said that he had about, I think it's 300 and something thousand views for that song. And according to what somebody told him, that song with 300,000 views should have been raking in about 19,000 US dollars. And in his mind, if this song raking in that kind of money from YouTube and he got $0 so far, he is being robbed. That, I think, is a whole big bag of misinformation. Alright, so now you all heard all that was said, the claims that were made, the accusations that were passed. Basra is in studios right now with us. We're gonna attempt to clear the air. I have questions. I'm certain that you all have questions. If you wanna chime in, you could chime in via WhatsApp, via the live stream. You know how we do it? Or you can call us via what is number 455-1069 or 451-1069. Basra is here. Rumlad, who is what would be the right terminology? Who is well, he is one of the artists on the Whale Pussy, right? But what term would be you? What would be the right term?
Contributing artist.
One day contributing artist for the Whale Pussy track. So we're gonna find out. Well, let me put it this way: we're gonna find out who lying, who's misinformed, who has the rights, who don't have any right at all, and so on and so forth. Morning, fellas, welcome.
Morning.
All right, Rumlad is here, Basra is here. Okay then, good, yeah. So they pull it up there. Wait, hold on. Let me just remove something from the background. All right then, yeah. Good. So we good. All right, morning again.
Yeah, morning.
All right, so y'all heard everything. Who going in first? So where do we start?
Yeah,
the accusations, a whole lot of accusations. Right. How does it work? Maybe I'll start there.
Okay.
So in a nutshell, for persons who don't know, who's never done it.
Right.
All right.
So,
who never had the experience. So as I decide that I am reaching out, whether physically, in person, or via the telephone, I have in my mind a song that I wanna do. How does it work?
Okay.
What happens? Walk us through the procedure.
There are many different avenues, but I would give you the same one that we they would say use with OG and with Rumlad, right? Typically, what we would use with in-house artists, or what we usually call it, in-house contracting, right? So before any song is recorded, before any vocals put down, before anything is written, before anything is produced, artists are educated. We explain their rights to them. We explain how it works. We explain how to collect them. We teach them about writer's share, publisher's share, mechanical royalties, digital performing royalties, neighboring rights. We teach them about the masters. Everything is explained to all artists. Rumlad is here, right? I just want to say Rumlad.
Well, Angie is here as well. Angie is here as well. Sora is here also, so we'll hear from them. But is it, and permit me to chip in every now and again, all right? But is it what would do mandatory, or is it is supposed to happen, but it would happen with some, it would happen with everybody?
It happens
is
with
it
everyone.
Ground rule
As
long as you approach Basra?
Yes, that is our policy for everyone. And we have 15 artists. You could ask any one of the 15, every single one of them at some point they have been educated.
But how long this educational process takes?
We sit down, we tell you everything, and then we remind you as well.
Is it something that can be executed in about an hour? Or is it 2 days?
The
Because
conversation would probably happen. But we give you a general briefing. Then once you sit down with us, we explain it in detail, right? Because obviously it's a lot to go over.
Well, yeah,
right?
a whole lot.
And usually I send it via WhatsApp, so most artists could just go in the chat, pull up the conversation, so they could go back and look at it, right?
Yeah, but some people have time in and the messages.
Or some people just there you go, Wami, there you go, thank you. But still no excuse, because as I said, it's not a one-time explanation. It's something that we constantly explain.
But then I might show up and I'm under the influence of alcohol and I don't want to be bothered by all of that.
Well,
I mean, what is in place to protect me? What is in place to protect you?
Well, regardless, right? We protect you. We protect ourselves and we protect you. When the songs are registered, everybody gets an equal share. And that's just the rule that we tend to go with, right? Even if you come, and in this case, like you bring a concept to the studio last year, and then when you show up, another artist, which was Joe, he brought up the concept and say, man, you should probably do that song this year, right? Coming into a studio with a concept doesn't necessarily mean you come with a song, you just come with a line.
Right.
So if I come with a song and say, well, I love chicken, you don't have a song called I Love Chicken. The song is not written yet, there's no rhythm, there's no beat. Right. But at the end of the day, even though you just come with the concept, we still give you an equal split.
Right, okay.
Right. The issue.
But wait. Before we even reach the issue, but even if I have a line, because I've heard it, don't know how it works. Right. So I ask questions as I go along. So even if I come with a line, right, I love Big Bottom Woman. Right? That's my line, that's my contribution. Are you saying that I am entitled to something?
Yes. You get paid equally on your composition.
Okay, right. Now, okay, so let's go to this point now. What do you consider as an equal split? That means what? So because I'm an equal according to whom? Because, right. I mean, if it 50-50, 60-40, what do you consider to be equal?
Generally, right, how the registration of the songs work is like this, right? Sarah and I, we produce the songs, right? And then more than likely, they would have one artist, additionally, who the three of us would sit down and write the songs, right? Sometimes it's 4, sometimes it's 5, but let me say, in some cases, it's just 3 of us sit down, we do the song together, right? Then the song will be split 3 ways, 33.33%
Oh, right. Okay. That explains it. That makes sense.
Everybody gets an equal share, right?
So as long as you contribute,
yes, you get that.
Right.
And here's the other thing too, where the misconception is: people think that we are being paid, or we are collecting like $100, and then on paper we have 33 whatever percent going to everybody, and we get it in we hand, and then we have to share it out. It doesn't work like that.
How does it work?
Right. So you have to register with what is called a PRO, right? Or you could even
PRO, Public Relation Officer.
A performing rights organization.
All right. Okay.
Right? You get registered with a performing rights organization locally. That would be Echo.
Right.
In Trinidad, it would be CUT. In the USA, it would be BMI, it could be ASCAP, whatever. But we generally encourage artists to join BMI because the way and the reach of BMI and just the professionalism, the dashboard, everything, you could see everything that you make, right? In what country, how much money you collect here, there. We don't have to break that down for you. They do that, right? But to join BMI, there's a cost. It costs $100 US. And we cannot do it for you, even if I come with my card, right? Or maybe I did register too much artists at the time, right? Or assist them. But if I come with my card, it would tell me, well, at the time, right, when I was trying to do it for him, it told me suspected fraud. Meaning that because my name and the person I was trying to register didn't match, right? So that was them. So what I told him, I said, you need to get the money, we would find a different way of walk around or something, right? And you register the song. As long as you register with the PRO, you would collect your money directly. They would send you a check.
So it ain't going through no middleman?
No, there's no middleman.
So it's going straight to me. My share coming directly
to you.
And I could follow, I could track everything.
Yes, and we don't take a percentage of that. We don't take a percentage of your royalties. Like, for instance, if I'm managing and I say, oh, well, I'm taking 20% anything I make, I can take 20% of your royalties from the intellectual property that all of us co-own.
Oh, right.
Legally, we cannot do that.
Okay, well, legal. All right. Good interjection. Legally. So does it mean that it can be done?
Yes, it can.
It was done in this case, but it was just not legal.
No, it was not done in this case because we keep our thing pretty transparent. As I said, this is public knowledge. You could literally log on to the website and you could see the information there.
Okay,
right?
But one of the things that was being thrown out is I think it was from your side that OG didn't make that payment. Was that payment made for the song?
No, well, here's the thing. This is another misconception. We never asked OG to pay anything.
Why?
Well, the thing is, right, how we work with certain artists, we have different agreements, right? So some people we know they just can't pay, so we give them an equal split regardless and try to foster a good relationship with them. Because at the end of the day, when you build a catalog with somebody and you plan to work with them for 10 years, if every year they make $1,000, right? and keep adding every year, later on everybody will be eating $10,000 each.
Right.
So that is our goal. Fostering a good relationship, building a catalog with artists.
But is it something that is like maybe written in black and white? Is it a verbal agreement?
If you check your WhatsApp, right, I sent you the exact splits for all the songs OG did with us. He has an equal split with all people involved.
So that is there in black and white.
Look at it.
Right,
I sent it on your WhatsApp. Check it.
I'll send it to Kid.
Yeah.
Let me see, it's almost 8 o'clock. I'll send it to Kid so we could put it up on the screen so everybody could see what we're talking about. Rumlord is here. Rumlord is what you say is the contributing artist.
He is a contributor.
A contributing artist on the song. Will Fussy, Rumlord and OG Park. Rumlord is here. Rumlord.
We see.
Morning. Your side of the story. I mean, you heard all that happened. Walk us through from the beginning. What happened?
From the beginning, right? Well, me no come back from Beckley. No come.
So you went Beckley for real?
Love Beckley.
Right.
So now, right, go in the studio, did it. Not even Will for we go record. Not even been in the thoughts, right?
Right.
There were other song. But OG end up coming in the studio, junk. Did they know Surah pull up the beat. So when Surah pull out the beat now, Gio say, Will Fussy. That been a different flow, I think.
Right.
Been a different flow. Now, intro now, Gio say, use this. Remember you can't see Will, honest Will. OG now say, yeah. you know, she go. Everybody share them thoughts. You know, lyrics put together. Bass, Surah, Gio, right? Honestly, me again, not in the song. Me not pull on no lyrics. Them man tell me we will sing, same like OG.
Right. Okay.
The only thing OG was the one in the
Wait,
song.
hold on.
About the
I want he say that again for everybody.
Right. Yeah, I was actually gonna tell him to repeat that
because
lyrics is not mine.
Right.
And same as OG. It's Basha, Gio, and Surah.
Basra, Gio, and Surah. They're the ones who came up with the lyrics for the song.
Yes.
But well, from what is being said, the lyrics. I mean,
the concept now is OG concept.
Right. So he came with the concept.
Since last year.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Because I think I saw somewhere on social media where somebody said that well, it's since last year before OG was singing something about Whale for see something or the other. But so how can you claim ownership to the man's song?
No. Nobody is claiming ownership to the song. That's what we're trying to say, right?
Right. I get.
Yeah.
No, that I'm just saying what was said on social media. Okay. Right? Yeah. Go ahead.
So now, as I was saying, Surah pull out the beat, man. Surah pull out the beat, and Gio is the one who say, "Why you try Whale Fussy? Whale Fussy." Alright, so this song make.
And that was the creation of the song right there.
So,
all right, so like with all how that transpired, that the making of that particular song, who owns what in a situation like that? Who owns what, and how would it be splitted so that everybody gets an equal share? Because now, from what I am hearing now, Gio also had a part to play. So Gio eating a food after that as well. I mean,
right.
So he is part of the split.
Yes, he is because he contributed a lot to the song as well.
So is it that he would get a greater split?
Even if a man put one line and another man put 20 lines, right? This is just our practice.
Right.
How we do it, we view everybody contributing to the intellectual property equally. So we split it equally, right? And here's the funny thing: this is not something that OG does not know. It is not something that he was not taught. He was on the media saying that somebody sit him down and explain to him how much money he make from all these songs in the past, whatever. I'm that person you're talking about. I am the one who sit him down. I open the royalties generator calculator.
So there's
and I show him
there's actually something like
that. Yes, Music Gateway.
Oh wow!
And then you type in the song, you type in how much views it get. It would show you how much the song generated for each different DSP.
Why
DSP, digital service provider. Right. So it's like iTunes, Spotify.
Oh, right.
YouTube,
the streaming platforms.
Right. So it would show you how much they generate, right? And I showed him, I said, bro, this is how much your songs made. And I asked him if he collect anything. And I say, well, bro, you really like going forward, right? It's your fault for being ignorant. But with us, you could rest assured that we will register your music for you correctly.
Hold on. So the person who he mentioned that he spoke with, who told him about what he should have been making, had he done things the right way? That's you?
Yes.
The hell?
This is why I say it's just like I don't understand the angle they're trying to get at, right?
Yeah.
He received so much help, and it was to the point that we were literally burying him, right? And I don't want to bring his personal life on here because
right,
you know,
we ain't
whatever,
going down,
right?
we ain't going down the road. We're just
we
trying to
let-
get a better understanding because me is a lot of things I don't know.
We opened the business space to him. We even opened our personal home, all them kind of stuff there, right? I don't want to go into detail, but I just saying like we really were trying with him because the man is talented.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And I believe with the right guidance, he can be a big artist. Now, the big misconception that people have in it seems to be that they think that we did not register the song and whatever the song is.
He is not included
and,
in whatever benefits are there.
He is included. The song is registered. The money is there, right? Whatever it is.
But how much money is there? How much money we talking about? Okay. I mean, Vince Mars ain't even finished yet, right? How much money could have been made between the time the song was released to now? Because I mean, the impression that I'm getting, what is causing the contention is like a whole lot of money is there. Everybody else eating food, and he not eating any food. It's like he's being used, he's being exploited. That is what is out there.
Right. Fuji, but he eating food.
He eating
food, and he don't want Rumlord too. He tell Rumlord that to his face. Do your thing, I do my thing.
But isn't it?
It's
like
let me show you, right?
Attack different thing.
Let me show you. For business purposes, right, and legal purposes, I can't like publicly disclose this information. But I wanted to see, right?
Right.
So let me show it to you. Right. This is today so far. Don't read out no figures.
No. All right. Okay. So.
And that is today, right?
We'll foresee by OG Park is there. Your name is not there. How come? Why is not? Is there by OG Park and Rumlord?
His name is there, but there would be a primary artist, and then as I said,
right. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
And you see, the figure is not anything to literally write home about.
Oh, what
that's the gross. Look at the the net. Look at the net.
Right. Yeah.
Like.
You can't even go supermarket with that.
You
can't even go by the rum shop with that.
You can't, right?
It's like,
so that's on, and that's today. That's today, right? And the issue is
a
lot of artists locally feel that okay, you get a big song that's playing a lot on the radio, you get a lot of views on YouTube, whatever. You're making a whole heap of money. You have to understand this is all based on geography. If the song is being streamed in St. Vincent, it's being streamed in a country that people don't run ads on. For instance, companies overseas, they run millions of dollars in ad.
Right.
Locally in Vinci, they might just put like a $30 or $60 or something to the ads.
True.
And then that have to get split with all the ads that'll be around.
Oh, damn.
Right? So you're not making a lot of money here locally. Streams in St. Vincent, you don't
but
get paid from them.
that is the money that all of this is over?
Apparently, because that's the only money I know of. That is the only money I know of, right? Here's the thing, right? The money is there, right? It is sitting for him, waiting for him to collect with open arms.
Right. But his name is there.
His name is there.
Right. No, but that's why I'm saying Rumlord name isn't there. It's just OG name that is there.
Yeah.
So the money goes directly to him. Right. I mean, at the end of the day, kid, the money that is there can't even buy a bottle of rum.
And you see it for yourself, right? You see it for yourself.
Yeah, it's there. But you can't even buy a bottle of rum. You can't even get drunk off of the money that's there.
You can't even buy a quart because remember that money still had to get split 5 ways.
You mean studying the money?
Yeah.
And the thing is, right, Rumlord, everybody else registered, right? When
right.
Repeatedly ask them to, right? As I say, you have to bring your money and get registered. We do not register artists. That's their responsibility. Right? We could assist you to do it because remember, you have to put in personal information, your board date, all kind of other stuff. They're going to ask you a lot of personal questions and then I think Sanchez actually video calls you had to verify with your face.
Oh, right.
And they're matching that. They're holding up the
IDP.
Right, the IDPs, and they're matching it to your face. So we cannot do it for you. Literally.
There's something else, some other things that I want to ask. Permit me, but we have to go to the top. If you got any questions when we come back, No. There are two sides. Somebody saying there are two sides to the story. Yes, there are two sides to the story, but based on what I just saw, it is not anyone else's name that is there to collect whatever is there. It is OG Park name that is there. That's the point. It is his information that is there for him to collect whatever little pittance, and it's pittance. It's small fries. It's small fries that is there. It ain't no big set of money. Listen, the money that is there that is causing all this controversy can't even buy a quarter rum. And I mean, jeez, it's the misconception. But when we come back, let's go to the top. When we come back.
Let's go! Boom 1069, the sound setter of radio.
Ain't got no money back calling me splurge. Why me jump right off the curb?
New year, different lane.
We gon' spin and kill everybody. And we're telling now.
Bend that over, let that breathe. Shake that.
Boom 1069.
Hands on your knees.
Unleash the sound revolution now on Boom 1069.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So, even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building.
I don't need no passport. All I need is a suitcase and a fast boat. Everybody dreams of go England. My dreams go back way. Everybody dreams of go Canada. My dreams go back way. More stay in a villa, right on the beach. Drink me rum and don't sleep. More stay in a villa, right on the beach. Drink me rum and don't sleep. Everybody dreams of go England.
My dream for go back way. Or the pittance where they can't even pay for back way take it in. You can't even pay one way to go back way. With the little pittance that is there that is creating all this controversy. But you see the thing is, you see the misconception part of it. Boy, it's a good thing too. And yes, I get that there are let's say three sides to the story. Right? There is OG side, there is Basra and the camp side. But I mean, you see the part where it comes down to the legalities and what is signed when pen goes to paper. I think that would be considered the third side. And based on what I just saw coming from the third side, all of this ain't even make sense. But this particular song, the Beckwith song, I mean, I don't think this was produced by you.
No.
Right. Okay, good. Right. So this wasn't. No. I am not trying to make it. Fuji, stop making it sound so bad. It's damn ridiculous. It ain't bad. It's really ridiculous that here we are with all this controversy because of a misconception, because somebody was probably misinformed or didn't take the time out to find a place.
After being repeatedly told and educated.
Now, this particular song, from your own experience, right? The Beckwith song, we could pull up. I mean, I see we have the YouTube in the back. Okay, we could. That's you controlling that, or that's outside?
Outside.
Oh, that's outside. Because I was gonna say if we could pull up the Beckwith song, but according to what was said by OG, right? The Beckwith song has about. I mean, you could check it out for yourself, verify it for yourself. But according to him, the Beckwith song has about over 300,000 views on YouTube. Alright, that's the Beckwith song. And what he's saying, another part of the contention is that song, based on the over 300,000 views on YouTube, that song with that amount of views should have been raking in the region of $19,000 US. All right, that is what is said. Now, how does that work?
Okay, so the way music is monetized is a lot different, right? So first of all, I would say this: we have a song, an international song with over 6 million views. We
Right.
never, we
There's
never,
in the water,
yeah,
right? In the water,
right? And we never get we never get 1/8 of that from
so
YouTube.
how
right?
does it work? So
Okay.
how much is this? How many million views?
6 million views.
Over 6 million
But,
views.
yeah, collectively, because there are other versions and stuff too.
Okay,
Right.
so that is equivalent to what in
I-
terms of dollars and cents at the moment?
No,
A rough estimate
yeah, probably about 4,000 or 5,000 based on
about
everybody-
4,000 or 5,000
US, yeah.
US.
Yeah, but everybody has been collecting that over the years. And
Right.
that song is also completely registered, and every month, every 3 months,
Everybody else. So,
everybody. has
but that's
that
over
song.
6 million
Yeah.
views, and that's equivalent to roughly 4,000 or 5,000 US accumulatively.
I can't give an exact figure.
Right? Yeah,
but
yeah,
you
yeah,
can
yeah.
say
yeah.
roughly.
All right.
If,
so there's
if
where-
even so much.
Okay. So where this notion of having over 300,000 views being equivalent to 19,000 US.
Misinformation, obviously, because if I was getting that kind of money, right, for all them songs that we have with,
Yeah,
with amount of
you
views,
guys would have been good. Everybody would have been good.
But everybody driving BMW, everybody done brand new house every week.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. But even that indie, and I mean, I wanna ask this, right? I mean, I would love maybe even if Sora can coming on this one. All right. Well, look, somebody else say I doubt 300,000 views equates to 19,000 US. You see, jambons, and that is when persons who don't know better are given wrong information. We end up with situations like these because based on what he said, I mean, he's thinking that he is being cheated out of making money based on his song on YouTube having over 300,000 views, because what he was told is that should be equivalent to 19,000 US dollars. I mean, if I don't know better, I would want my, well, Bates, as he's saying,
you would have quit your job and
of course I wouldn't be coming in fighting up.
But Fuji, you have a whole heap of big song.
My brother, I would collect my little
YouTube.
pittance. I would collect my little pittance every now and again.
So you
but
collect your
it ain't nothing to talk about.
So you never see 19,000.
Brethren, I ain't even think you could pay for juicy with that money there. You understand? It don't work like that.
Yeah.
But now, the indie water song, and I particularly want to address this because one of the things at the end of the day, what most people walked away from what transpired yesterday is that not only you guys, but other producers, there's a bad reputation where producers are taking advantage of exploiting the young and upcoming artists who don't know, who don't understand the business, right? So there's that part. If you could address that part, hold on. But there's also the same In The Water song where somebody else posted yesterday that they too were cheated out of whatever they should have been making by you guys. So you see what is happening here. So if you could clear the air on that now, one time and done.
Right. So
because I mean the reality is we know that the song was Sarah and Chowder, right? But we don't see, we heard about it. I don't know what happened.
Right.
I don't know if you would want to go there this morning, but what is happening? Because there are persons who are looking at Basra Records as if they are exploiting talents in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Talk to me. Who wanna go first?
Me, I will go first. I don't have much to say. I just tell you check your WhatsApp and you will see for yourself. And you could put it up.
I could put it up.
Yeah, put it up.
Right,
because
so
that is public information. You could go and you could search for it online right now. And
So
you will see.
let me send it to Kid so Kid could put
Just
it up.
read it too. I want you to read it and I want to post it on the live.
Put it up, they go read it.
Yeah.
All right, but Sora, in the meantime, I mean, what your input into all of this?
I mean, to me, it's just a bunch of misinformation. The artists don't understand and don't take the time to research.
Even though we explain to them over and over and over again, Fuji,
Right.
you had to ask this question, right? Why is it only those two who come in and saying oh yeah, cheat me, oh yeah,
Right.
this and that.
But
Why
everybody else?
we have
in the
15
camp.
other
We have 15
artists.
artists that we manage in the camp. Everybody
You
else
think-
is good.
If we were
Right?
cheating 15 people, you don't think 15 people would have been like,
Would
oh
have jumped up and
gosh.
leave.
But it could be like maybe the other artists they really blow up yet. I mean, so far the camp has been you're having a great year this year.
Right. Yeah.
Suppose next year later down we hear Angie start to chime in. Well, boy,
Well, as
and
it
then
is-
Kelly start to chime in. Boy,
As it is right now, look Angie right here. You could ask Angie.
Well, I'm
Angie
going
saying-
to ask Angie.
Angie saying how
in a
money.
while.
Gio saying his money.
All
Everybody
right,
saying
Gio
the money.
day. Next thing Gio go and he win. I tell all you Gio winning. Soca Monarch Saturday night. Next thing you hear Gio go inside the thing. And then you hear Gio come and boy. After winning Soca Monarch, imagine. Them kind of argument there. Oh God.
Well,
like-
but the thing is,
well,
right?
we already had that conversation with all artists discussing
Exactly.
splits and whatever, and we make sure everybody comfortable.
Because there was another situation last year with another camp, but we will go there so that we could explain it.
Right.
I'm
Right.
just trying to learn as I go along. There are bits and pieces that I know. Ain't not much to talk
Right,
about, so
yeah.
it's a learning process for me
Right.
as well. What happened with the split? I mean, I thought that you guys had a good thing going. The Sora and the Chowder, the song went places, the song still blowing up.
Right.
Carnivals
Yeah,
across
still
the
a big
globe.
song, still a big
Still a
song.
big song.
Yeah.
Money still coming in, but there is a split down in the middle. What happened?
Right. The split is not from a registration standpoint. The split is from a bad business ethics standpoint.
Bad business ethics
Yes.
on
Yes,
your
please.
part, because
No.
that is
No.
what you're being accused of.
No, not on our part, on the other involved parties' part, right? And that is why we decided to split ways, because you could only take so much from somebody until you decide that you no longer want to deal with it. And after you reach that breaking point is when you decide, okay, I'm going to walk away. I'm going to let you do what you want to do, and I'm going to do what I want to do. And that is what it boiled down
fair
to.
enough.
So I don't want to get into too much details about that situation, but it was just that we were being treated unfairly in terms of business ethics.
Man, Fuji.
But who was
me no-
being cheated?
Wait,
If you in charge,
uh-huh.
how could you be the one being cheated on?
There you
okay.
go.
You
Well,
want to
we,
get
well, we
messy.
in charge. You want me to get messy? Well, hey, what? I ain't going to really get messy here.
No, but
Fuji.
let's. I mean,
But-
it's if it messy, it messy.
It is
it's
messy.
It's
It is
bacchanal.
It is messy.
Three
It is
times
messy.
the bacchanal. So let me get messy
It
with
is
it
messy.
because the thing is, you guys are being labeled as the ones who cheating the artists,
Right.
And exploiting, taking advantage of the ignorance, so to
Right.
speak.
So let me
get messy with it.
Let
If
me
it's that, it's
explain,
that.
right? It's not really that it's messy, but the truth gonna be messy on their part because it's a whole different thing than what they were
Than
saying,
what
right?
they were saying.
So again, I sent you screenshots on WhatsApp. Feel free to watch them, whatever, right? I even sent you the contract or the show that
I just send them to Kid,
Yeah.
so you could yeah.
Yeah, I sent you the contract which I'm not really supposed to do from a legal standpoint, right?
Without going into the details.
But I show you that shows proof that we had a show, right? And the show got cancelled because of the incident. So, as you know,
What incident? There was an incident.
yeah, there was
Yes,
an
there was
incident.
an
So let
incident.
me explain from the beginning. The song "In the Water,"
Right.
I came up with the concept, right? I
Wrote the
wrote
song.
I literally
He
wrote the song,
He wrote
right?
the song.
Sorry, I built the beat. So sorry, I didn't write anything other than I think it was knock,
Knock
right?
alone, yeah.
And the other contributing artist, he came with the line, "We wet me chest, wet me head, wet me to foot down."
Right.
Right, and it was not even exactly that, right? Sorry, I still had to alter it.
Hold on, not cut it. In the meantime, while you listen, you could check out the screens. All right, check out the screen.
Right,
go ahead.
So as you could see on the screen now, after everything was done and said, the song was registered equally. As you could look and see, everybody registered equally. I even went out my way and showed that, because this is when we're now starting out, everybody got registered with the PRO and got registered on the publishing administrator.
Right.
Fast forward, we started doing shows and whatever together,
traveling
and
and
there were
Locally,
cases, locally and
internationally.
regionally, and there was a case where, like, we started getting the vibe that, okay, well, he trying to say he write this song, and he trying to say, well, this is my song, because remember, Sarah did the beat, pre-record, produce, engineer, I recorded his parts, wrote most of the song, he contributed line, but he did the dance, right? Nobody is not trying to say nobody taking away from his contribution, because without his dance, the song would not go nowhere, right?
Fair enough.
But at the end of the day, business is business, right? So when the song was registered, we just continued working like that. I would get my 20% and we split it 40-40 with the other two. And it was just a case where It's just bad business. So I can't really go into too much details, but fast forward to when the guys went to get a visa. Apparently he took a show behind our back, right? We didn't know nothing about it. And the way we found out was on his WhatsApp snap. We just see a flyer with him and Rajiv. Him and Sarah in Barbados saying that they have a show. And we like, but bro, we literally just got a contract from a lady over there for 3,000 US. You can't take a show before that if we already confirmed.
And this is a non-contracted show.
This is a non-contracted show. No contract passed, nothing.
No deposit, nothing.
No deposit paid, anything, right?
I mean, even as somebody who would be involved in events,
exactly.
I wouldn't know.
On the 22nd of February, in Trinidad, that's when the woman was supposed to send the deposit. But because this flyer and stuff came up before that, the woman just watched the show. Then when they went over there, they ended up and had to go by the guy's show because it was being advertised, they performed. How much money he gave in your hand?
300 US.
In his hand. He wasn't even there when he get paid.
Yeah, I didn't see when the money passed. I just got put 300 US in my hand.
Right.
Wow.
Versus a show where you're supposed to get 3,000. Now, if you're working as a team, right? Come on, man. We make decisions as a team.
We move as a unit.
Right. But I'm thinking, I mean, the excitement and all of that is the first time everybody would wanna, well, the thing blowing up. So
yeah, of course. But at the end of the day, you had to keep your head on.
Business to it. You know, you can't just willy-nilly with it.
You can't be willy-nilly.
Well, that's true. So y'all couldn't work that out. Y'all couldn't iron that out.
We tried.
So was it a one-off or other things happen? So other things happen
before that.
In similar nature.
Plenty in similar nature. And then at the end of the day, well, you could see the screenshot there. He said, I'm not managing him. His own words. After going on many interviews saying I was the manager, now he say I'm not managing him. So we just decided to part ways, whatever, and here we are today. So it's not necessarily we have any bad blood. It's just that we know where we want to go with our music, right?
But when it comes to the performing and these things, we just go in our own separate
ways.
We in our own corner. He doing his thing, I doing my thing, and we
so
just
no bad blood.
We don't have nothing bad for say about him. But me personally, I would not work with him again, never. Right.
Just because
not even to record.
No.
Just because of bad experiences.
Yeah, just because of the whole situation, like a lot was said. People keep coming back telling us a whole heap of stuff.
You see the carry go bring thing.
But we're not interested in that.
But we're not really selling that. If you could see this year now and the year before and whatever since then, we just focus on the music and you could see that. You could see that our stuff keep going international and repeat.
Right,
hits.
yeah.
But okay. And then you done see.
So that was what caused that.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Now what I wanna understand is probably it's not pertaining to you directly, but last year we heard of a similar situation which would bring it around to the question I'm asking you guys. But we heard of it was Fry Eye. I mean, we're not even hearing Fry Eye this year.
Right.
And Fry Eye was trending heavy last year. And there was a situation where because of what he signed or agreed to verbally or non-verbally, or he actually signed something.
Right.
When it came down to, because he won a number of the rural competitions, the Soca Monarchs, and that started festering into an issue based on what was agreed upon at the beginning. Right. So there was that situation. Another young artist that apparently, allegedly, was cheated out of his winnings because of what he knew, what he didn't know. Right. Now, we have Angie, who's trending heavy. We have Kelly, who's trending heavy. Gio. I don't know, when it comes to competition, what is in the agreement to cover the artists and to cover you, the producers, when it comes down to competition? So one of the artists that you signed on to goes on to just performance part and they start winning competition. How does that work?
Okay, well, I would look at the rural Soca Monarchs not necessarily as like, a grand competition. The artists hardly making any money from them. And it will be a case where, everybody want to eat, but still you want the artists them to feel comfortable. I could safely say from the competition so far, the only person who probably got a percentage was me, which is my managerial fee, right?
Right.
From those rural. So I collect that from all my other artists who won or placed, right?
Right.
So as the producer, he didn't collect anything. We didn't take anything from them. But that was just based on our agreement with them.
Is it a verbal agreement? It is something that is written pen to paper?
We do have our contract, right? But those agreements, it goes without saying it was verbal. Right? Okay. Because at the end of the day,
we want everybody win.
Remember what we say. right? We trying to foster good relations and build the artists. You can build an artist by like literally taking advantage of them, robbing them.
No.
And as I said, we constantly educate artists about registering the music, the importance of being part of a PRO, and the importance of actually having your business side of things set up. It is not something that I talk to you today and then 2 months later I come back and say, oh yeah, remember that. No, it's like every month.
It's drilled.
Literally, you do a song with us, we say, remember, you need to get yourself registered.
Right.
Because your money will be there, and we cannot collect it for you. Right?
It's your responsibility.
It is your responsibility.
Even me, as the producer for the house, right? I have to have my stuff set up for myself.
Well, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because he cannot go and collect it for me.
Right.
Even as my brother, right? I have to still register my things in my name to collect it.
Understood.
So it's each individual artist's responsibility to take it upon themselves.
So come on now. Hold that question here. I want to ask this question here. Right? So come on now. Right? Angie wins, let's say Raga Power. Gio Kelly G.
Right.
How that split gonna go?
Well, we recently had a meeting with the team to discuss it, right? Like everybody had their own opinions as to how they feel they should be split. So we decided that, just for goodwill, we're gonna give the artist them the larger share. Right. And Sarah and I would satisfy with a smaller share.
percent.
How much is smaller? 40%?
About 20.
Never so much.
Never so much. I think
20?
Yeah, about 20 each or something.
15
like
for me.
Right, 15 for Sarah. But 20 for me because I don't need.
That's fair. That's fair.
Because as I say, it's the artists, their point was like.
They're the ones out
they're
there
the ones
performing
out
and
there.
It's only fair, right?
Yeah.
It's only fair. But going forward, I mean, the song blows up. We still go back to the original split where everybody collect the fair share.
Yes.
All right.
And as I said, all artists is not like it's something new. It's not like it's something that's done after. This is something that all artists know coming into our studio how we work.
Yeah. All right. Let me share this, and then we go to the ad break. When we come back, we take some calls. If you wanna call, you call us 455-1069 or 451-1069. Here's one that came in. It says these guys are shady, and we ain't talking about the DJ. They know the business and are exploiting their artists. They have to be upfront and walk the artists through the whole business process. Your response?
We did. We did.
Well, multiple I mean, before this came in, you walked me through what?
Yes, exactly. You see that exact conversation I had with you? That
probably more in depth.
Way more in depth. That's how we deal with the artists, because obviously we on the radio can't sit down and have a 1 hour conversation. But you see, the thing is, there's a lot of technicalities, there's a lot of maths, there's a lot of explanation, and you talk to some of these artists, they don't really want to hear that, which is why they rather just management.
Just want to jump in, sing the song, put it up, and
and let management deal with that.
You get that, you get that.
So to the person that's saying that we're shady, I mean, if you yourself want to come and ask questions after, message privately on Instagram or Facebook, and I would answer. There's people don't realize this is literally public knowledge. You could go and search for these things and see the figures.
As a people, we don't really read. We don't try to. I mean, I could go as far as saying in the past, I know for a fact that the CDC, through AMP, even ECHO, they from time to time would offer workshops where artists could come and educate themselves about the workings. You understand? To avoid situations like these. And usually, it's the same artists who would come and cry foul are the same ones who don't attend.
Yes.
So that is a major problem that we're having. Right? But we'll stick up in. We go to the break, we come back, we play 1 or 2 tunes, and then we come back and we give you an opportunity to share. Alright, you can call us, feel free to call us, we open up the lines. When we come back, Basra is here, Sora is here, Angie is here, Rumlard is here. We inside 3 times the bacchanal. Let's go.
Let's go! Boom 1069, the sound setter of radio.
Young got no money back calling me splurge. Watch me jump right off the curb.
New year, different lane.
We gon' spin and kill everybody. And we're telling now.
Bend that over, let that breathe. Shake that.
Boom 1069.
Hands on your knees.
Unleash the sound revolution now on Boom 1069.
You're watching IKTV, channel 112. It's all about you.
can you not have an orgasm for that?
For 40 years, we've refined the rhythm of beer, mastering the balance of bold and smooth, crafting flavors that echo through SVG. Between the limes and the laughter, we've carried our expertise across the Caribbean, one brew at a time, perfecting the process, deepening the craft, learning what makes beer not just tasted, but felt. And now, with all that we've learned, we bring you what's next. The next wave of refreshment, the next chapter in our story, the next taste to define a generation, not just another drink. This is the extension of who we are, the next experience, the next icon, imagined and brewed right here at home. It's not just what's next for us, it's what's next for you. It's what's beyond expectations. Own it, define it, make your mark. Hyrule next. This is the extension of passion, of possibility. Hyrule next. The future of beer. Made in St. Vincent and the Grenadines by the hands that have mastered the craft for 40 years.
This isn't just a run. With each step begins a new journey. A journey of determination, persistence, and self-discovery. With each step, I am back on a quest to push myself beyond expectations, beyond standards. Each stretch, a reminder of the flexibility of the human spirit. With each step, I am breaking barriers. As I push to the finish, I'm filled with pride. Not just for what I've achieved today, but for the journey that has brought me here. This isn't just a run. It's a testament to the human spirit, and I am here for it. Island Sips, beyond standards, beyond expectations, beyond water.
Meet Mom. She's not just the wake up at the crack of dawn, make breakfast and pack bags kind of mom. She also gets her fitness game on. Yeah, she's the don't let anyone forget anything kind of mom. At the same time, she's the runs her own business, closing deals kind of mom, who finds time to get down and boogie with the kids after school, remodel the house, bake cake, host dinner, and even play her favorite game at the end of the day kind of mom. So let's celebrate Mom, because to us, she's so much more.
It all started with a penny. For over 85 years, we have invested in our farmers, fishermen, people, and our country. When we were called to serve, we were here. We understand what is valuable to our people and our country. That is why we support all industries, including tourism. We are the bridge towards a brighter future and economic growth. When our people, government, and businesses called upon us, we were here. 85 years later, First National Bank St. Lucia Limited is here for you.
You're watching IKTV, channel 112. It's all about you.
Activate a plan today. Boom 106.9 FM is getting you road ready for the Rise Soca concert on July 9th. Stay tuned for the ultimate fan experience.
We have bacchanal for you, don't worry yourself. 3 times the bacchanal inside, boom, OMG. On a Thursday morning.
We start again, we getting on ball again. We mashing up everything. I wonder who get him ready. We coming, tell every my people coming. Who's getting my people from me? We coming, tell every my people coming. Who's getting my people from me? He's a kind of man, I love to party. When I drink my rum, I just don't stupid. He's a kind of man, I love to party. When I drink the rum, I just don't stupid. I do anything when I drunk. 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 I do anything when I under rum. Anything when I
You see that right there? That's the problem, you know.
anything when I drunk.
Don't do business under the influence. That is it. That's it. Let's go. Rum Lord in the building right now. Let's go.
Money me wa, money me wa, money me wa. That is how you could repay me. My sushi, money me wa, money me wa, money me wa. That is how you could repay me. Money.
Hold on, but Rumlad, come back to the microphone here, Rumlad. I'm gonna share some that came in the meantime, alright? But Rumlad, how come I think y'all entered any of the rural competitions? How come we didn't see you all? I mean, it was a big song for the season, right? It was a big song for the season. Everybody expected to see you guys at the rural competitions, the Soca Monarchs. What happened? We didn't see y'all.
That's a good question.
I know it is. That's why I'm asking it. So what happened?
Well, as he say, he write the song
Mm-hmm.
and he can't perform the song.
Okay.
He cannot perform the song, so that kind of mess up because it's
So-
like he did entire the whole song.
Mhm.
And me just use just 2 verses. So
Right.
he have to push his song. I can't push his song when he ain't pushing his song. So we lost.
So it wasn't a case where you could have taken the song and gone with it?
No.
Alright. But I mean, even from that level, what was the role? Do you even have a say in this where it comes to the performance, like encouraging them, pushing them, driving them to? I mean, I think they missed out on a golden opportunity where he could have been really getting some bigs
Well,
for the season.
I could only deal with Rumlord because I directly manage Rumlord, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I advise Rumlord, I say, the song already have a lot of controversy because, as I said,
so there was controversy even before
yes,
now?
There was cases. Rumlord go tell you he don't want Rumlord to perform this song with him. He don't want Rumlord. Yes, he don't want Rumlord to make no money from the song either. When they're gonna go on the stage, he wanna go up and tell Rumlord, you do your thing, me go do mine. And the song is a song with the two of them, and that's unfair.
Yeah, I mean, it's a collaboration.
Exactly, it's unfair. And I told Rumlord, I said, boy, if you know he drunk, just let he do his thing. You sing your voices, but just let he do his thing, and then you perform your other song, which by the way is a major hit. The Money Me Want.
Yeah, well,
yeah, that just hit 100,000 on YouTube, and
nice.
that's playing overseas as well in Grenada, everything.
Yeah, big tune.
Right, so I could only do so much. I could only encourage, right?
And you see, if they had taken that approach, you would have been eating more bakes than the bakes that you
exactly. If you just stick together, man, Fuji. It was a case where we don't explain and say we're gonna try and sort out everybody's visa. We're gonna pay for all kind of stuff. My good friend there who passed the other day, he had already he had also said that he willing to invest
Caribana.
Right, he wanted them for Caribana, and he was gonna pay for some of the artists' visas, all kind of stuff too.
Yeah, that's what he usually
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you see what happened?
Alright, that's unfortunate.
We're not trying to block nobody from the opportunity. As I said, the goal with us, we educate, we ensure artists understand the importance of registering the music. We let them know that their monies are there, they can collect them. All you have to do is register on the sites yourself. We cannot pick up the money, take it on your behalf, and then give it to you. We can't. It's there.
Right.
It's overseas. You have to register. They'll send you a check direct.
And there's a reason why you yourself have to register.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And as I said, it's not something we can do for you because they usually ask for a lot of information, personal information, but
that you would have to give.
Right, and then they also would do like a video call with you as well
to verify
you. Because think of it this way: if anybody could just go take a credit card, put their name in, and register a song, right? Then I could go and probably get some money from Beyonce songs.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean?
All right. Now, if you have questions and you wanna get in, feel free. The lines are open. 451-1069 or 455-1069 via WhatsApp. Let me share some that came in the meantime, and we can respond as we go along. All right. The issue is people do not read and understand contracts. People there, I guess, would be the artists or the young artists. They don't read and understand contracts. Also, people breach contracts, and this is where the problem arise. Big up my brethren. He says, man, all you try and get together and work things out and stop the division. If OG doesn't understand what is going on, show him how the shop is running.
But we did. We did over and over again.
1 time, 2 times.
It's Fuji, watch. We try. I can't say anything else. We tried. What we could do if we try and help you build your career and you don't want to, what more you want us to do? We open business. Right. We open with business space. Right, because it's Vinci times hard and everybody's fortunate, and we've opened with personal homes. Come on, man, what more you want us to do? People need to stop letting the man fool them and pull wool over the eye.
All right. Let me see. I think there's one that Grabber. Shit, because Grabber is a big up Grabber. Grabber, what happened for this season, brethren? You kinda. That's what. Shimane. That's what. Yo. That's why no producer could never get me record at the studio. Let me see. He went down. He said, "You wanted to say something there?"
No, I said that makes sense.
Right.
That definitely
Why?
encouraged.
What does that mean?
Because then you definitely know for a fact you have your receipts, and you could show proof of ownership or proof that look, I have my stems here. I actually send the vocals, whatever, and he write his stuff himself. So there's no way anybody could deny that artists do the stuff if they record it themselves.
But I mean, what's different doing it that way and
no, it's just a better
me coming to you and recording everything?
Well, it's not necessarily better, right? But if you have trust issues, then that should be the route you go, because the better thing would be to come and record in the studio, so all the songs, like if you're doing a rhythm, all the songs sound the same, right? But if it's a case where you're a big artist like Grab and you want to do your own thing, you want to make sure your stuff legit, then record your stuff yourself and send the vocals.
But now that would lead to the question of ownership. Explain. Most times you would hear oh, I own all the rights to my music. What does that mean?
Well, there are two sides to a song, right? So there's the composition and then there is the master, right? And the master is owned by who finances the song, which means who literally...
Wait. Go slow. Because remember, you educating us.
Of course.
Say that again. The master
the
is...
sound recording. It's called the sound recording.
So
think of it. Let me just ask you a question and you would answer it yourself, right? If you come to a studio, right? And you record on somebody's mic with their equipment, their laptop, their software, right? And you don't pay anything. Who owns the recording of your voice?
Well, I mean, you would be in possession of the recording of my voice, but
we're not talking about who owns your voice.
Right. That's where I was going.
Yeah. You own your voice,
right.
And
which would come under what? Intellectual property.
That would be digital performance royalty. So every time your song gets played,
digital performance royalty.
Yeah.
That would be for my voice.
Yeah, because digital performance royalties, you collect that from Sound Exchange, and that is based on the master, the sound recording side of things, right?
Okay.
And you get paid for it.
Okay.
How it's split?
Go back now to the recording part.
Right. So.
So I record by you, your mic, your equipment, your software, your computer, everything.
Right. So as the name suggests, the sound recording, the master, it's owned by who finances the project, who pays for it.
Right.
So literally you could come and you could just buy everything you do, you pay everybody off and you own your master because why? You finance it.
But that would cost me. So let's say I want to pay for my masters. That would...
It depends. There's no set price for masters. For instance, Chris Brown master and... a master from Sarah is not gonna be the same price.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Understood. All right then. Good. Let's go down. Music is 50-50, but producers here get vexed when artists sell them music. If you sell your 50%, let the artists them sell their 50 if they want. I don't know what I mean.
What he's saying makes sense because what he's saying music is, when he say 50, he means it's equal, right? Which I personally agree to. If somebody does music with you should split it equally on the composition side because that is the intellectual property, right? And you can't just say 50-50 because what if 4 people write it? You can't have 50% 4 times, that's 200%. So it will be 25. Right? So I do agree with them, and yes, some producers they do take the artist royalties, but you see, Future, a lot of it is ignorance. Even these same producers
on the part of the artists.
On both parties, producers, because as I said, this is stuff you have to learn and research, stuff that we took years to learn, right? And some of the producers, they just genuinely don't know what they're doing, right? And it's not their fault because you go, you register your song, you don't understand the implications that certain terms have. Author, composer, you understand, publisher. What are these? You have to research it and ensure that you understand. Which is why, again, as I say, we sit our artists down, every single one of them. You could ask any boss or artist if they ever got royalties explained to them, and they will tell you yes. Look, Rumlord right here.
What if it's a situation where you're cooler with Angie than you are with Rumlord?
We don't mix friendship with business. Point blank and period.
Ain't had a shout.
No, because Angie.
No, but that's exactly where I was going.
Angie is my personal friend, right?
Mm-hmm.
And certain things I would like. Okay, for instance, if Angie asks me, boy, I want a favor for this, I'll be more willing to do that than if it was a stranger come and ask me, obviously. But when it comes down to business, the first thing I ask them, any artist, first thing I would ask Angie is, okay, business-wise, how is this going to benefit the label? Because at the end of the day, I just doing the management and the executive production, keeping everybody on schedule, registering whatever, doing contracts. How is Sarah going to benefit? Because he is also a key stakeholder.
Right. All right.
So it's no longer friendship. And a lot of people in the music industry locally, they have a hard time of separating friendship and business. True. Which I feel is the issue.
Part of the problem here.
Yeah, part of the problem.
Yeah. How do they make money if it's only by performing?
Well, the promoters would pay them, right? If it's only by performing, the promoters would pay them and they do whatever they want with the performance money. If you have a manager, you give your manager percentage. If you don't have a manager, you go and you perform, you make your money. We as the producers cannot come and ask you for anything. We have literally no grounds to come and ask for compensation when an artist performs a song on stage.
Alright, This guy comes off like a car dealer. He could sell milk to a cow. You see? There's another way that you could put it. The man know what he's talking about. And like he said, it's not an overnight thing. It's not something that you would learn from maybe one session. It's years.
It's years in the making. And as I said, right, Fuji, we ourselves, me and Sarah, we got burned a few times by
What do you mean burned? Burned how?
Man, we get it hard and the stick, meaning that, you know, we do music with people, we ain't pay nothing, and then we expected royalties and whatever, but the man deal with us different than how we would deal with people. The man say, well, you ain't do nothing, you don't owe nothing, and you ain't obligated to get it, so we're not giving you. And from that, we just learn our lesson. We go, we research, and we said,
hard way.
Yes, and we said, despite what an artist pay, we're gonna always ensure that they get a split. The only thing they have to do, you go on www.bmi.com, www.songtrust.com, you pay your $100 on each site, you register, and you collect your money. It is there with us. How we register our music, your royalties will be there waiting for you for over 10 years. It would not disappear.
Okay. Like I said, the lines are open. If you want to ask questions, don't run away with all the misconceptions that are out there, the misinformation. Ask questions. All right, the lines are open. It's an educational process this morning. We're learning as we go along. Them guys, they know the guy not knowledgeable. That's why they're having these issues now. Anything? Anybody? Dan Link is inside Basra, he says. Basra is a man willing to help any and anybody once you're serious about doing music.
Even if they ain't serious. Even if you're not serious.
How do you determine if an artist is serious or not serious?
You can't tell at first glance. You had a look at the follow-up. So you do a song this year, it ain't a big song next year, you stop doing anything. Or you do a song and then it have the potential to be a big song, but you just sit down and expect YouTube or me to push it. Right? Then that just shows that, well, they're not really serious. You see, Connie, excuse me, please. You see, money me want, sorry, for Rumlad here. Rumlad take his time and he push that song. When I tell you push it, he push. You know, Curry breakthrough internationally with not much effort. But Rumlad push his song and look now.
Right.
The second biggest song.
I wanna go in on the Curry song. Andrew, you're gonna have to say something just now because there's a little teeny weeny bit of controversy there as well. Alright, but Rumlad, I mean, oh my God, you'll be making a name for yourself this year for sure. You have a number of songs, and I guess it speaks of you taking on proper management. Yeah. But I mean, how have you been benefiting eating a food this season? Have you been even eating a food for this season?
Yeah.
So you contented with where you at and all that you've been doing for the season so far?
Yeah.
Alright, so you good?
Yeah.
You don't feel exploited in any way?
No.
Alright, so no, you ain't feel like nobody taking advantage of you?
Never.
Boss ain't taking advantage?
Never.
You could talk.
Man.
You could talk.
You could talk.
If my name is Rob Bass, you could talk and tell them.
Rob Bass.
Tell them.
Hey,
if Basha take advantage of me, we know pa Basha.
Right. Alright, plain and straight. Alright, plain and straight.
Me complaining, so me know why the other side complaining.
Grabber still big up Grabber. Even though we didn't, I mean, you have 1 or 2 songs this season, Grabber, but boy, Grabber not in the soca finals. Mother work. Alright? And these new artists always become a problem business-wise. And it speaks to one thing. They're not taking enough time to educate themselves about how the business works. Because, I mean, this is, me personally, this is too much information. This is a lot.
It is.
It's a lot of work.
It is.
Hence the reason why a lot of people just end up and just say, well, boy, let management deal with that.
Exactly.
Yeah. Come, Angie, come. Because it has some problem with the Curry. Well, let me not say problem. Because I don't think the artist is making an issue about it. But the Curry song, I know Scorpion was inside here on Saturday, right? And was there a conversation? This is not based on anything that he said because he didn't speak in any ill way or anything, right? I just remember the fact, and while he was in here, something popped in my head because I remember he had his Curry song, right? Basically, eat up the career. Same thing. Was there? How does that work? Was there a conversation to use a line? Do you need permission to use a line? Is it what? How? I mean, Basra, you would say as well, but Angie say, morning, Angie, tell Angie morning, Angie is here.
They're kind of going in on me right now. Expected, but in relation to the whole eat up the career situation with Sky,
is there any controversy?
I don't think so. And I say I don't think so because I did not even know that song had been done by Scorpion. So I didn't know it existed, and I don't mean that in any bad way. Wait. Let me finish. Right? I did not know that this song existed, and I don't mean that in any way. I'm young. Right. Scorpion doing music long time. Yeah. The first person to bring that to my attention was Pitbull.
Pitbull. Okay.
Pitbull, and that was when I was in the studio. Yes. Sometimes recently.
So he brought it. All right.
Yeah. So Pitbull asked me straight up, if I rip off the man's song, whatever the case. I said, well, what are you talking about? And he bring it up and he showed me, and that's when I realized, this.
Okay. It was a song. It was actually a song from 2014.
Yeah.
From Scorpion.
Them times I did in school.
Yeah.
I don't.
So you ain't paying attention to Korean.
I don't know anything about that.
But is there a situation with that? Because we've heard. Probably not even here, but we've heard like in the international spaces where somebody is being legal action is being taken against an artist for using sometimes it's a line, it's a melody,
it's not
a phrase.
It cannot be copyright infringement because I'm not saying what he's saying, and even from a melody standpoint, it's not the same thing.
Well, melody for sure, but
eat up the corridor.
Right.
That's what he's saying. I'm saying he want to eat up the corridor. This is different melody, and I'm not saying eat up the corridor. I'm saying he want to eat up the corridor. And this stuff happens in music all the time.
Because if you really think about it, Alkaline have a song Company. Me want right now with some company.
Right.
Justin Bieber have a song named Company.
True.
And it have so many other people. The guy 2K 24 karat golden. Right.
The mood.
He have a song named Company, and the list goes on. So not because two songs are the same name or they use the same line, that doesn't mean that somebody rip off a song. How many songs have Wind Up and Bend Over or Wind Go Down?
All right.
Especially in soca.
Especially in soca.
Yeah. You see, I mean, like I said, it popped in my head, and I thought I would ask because I wondered about it. I don't know how it works. So there's no bacchanal inside of that. No bacchanal, no infringement, anything.
No.
All right.
As much as you see me here too, I do have some music background. I have knowledge even before working with Basra.
But how has it been working with? Do you feel cheated?
Tell them if me rob you.
Well, I could be. Let me be.
You ever get the impression that Basra trying to rob you?
Rob Bass ever tried robbing? And he could tell you this too.
Be honest. Don't lie to him.
Outside of the friendship, he could tell you this too. Anything business related, I'm very much paper. Yes. So if he accepts a booking for me, he knows that I want to know how much was this booking, the details, and I want to see it too. That's how I am as a person. I'm not saying that everybody is supposed to be like this or everybody needs to be like this. Or
they should though.
But me as a person, I like to be thorough, and he knows that about me as a person. So I can never, even if we ain't doing music 5 years from now, I can never come on any social media, any radio platform and say that he's ever stolen from me because I've seen what it is that he does.
But how do you feel about this situation? I mean, as a young artist as well. I mean, it's not the first one that we've heard about, but as a young artist, how it makes you feel?
Well, I mean, I posted about it and I get some backlash now, but I'm very thankful I brought it up. So for me, and this is my personal opinion, and it's fine if most people don't agree with it. Right? It's okay. For me personally, I do think that your career is your responsibility.
Yes, it is.
And there are times when, as an artist, you would not know certain things. I was in that position already, and I'm grateful to my last producer, Prince Mavic, who would have taken the liberty to sit me down and explain the business to me. Good. Same with Basra, because even though I am no longer working with that producer, I'm working with different management now. They would have taken the liberty to go through the business with me as well, which I've seen them do with every other artist that comes through the studio once I'm there, right? It is an unfortunate situation, yes, but at some point you have to take it upon yourself to make sure your business is straight. Because yes, Rashid is my friend for years. Since 2015 we pulling good. Yes, he is my friend, but even though Rashid tell me, yeah, everything registered and good and all is well and fine, I am going to log in to my BMI. I'm going to log into Songtrust. I'm going to check my email to make sure, yeah, this is what he's saying is true. That's what I do as a person. So if I could take that upon myself, and many other artists do this.
The onus is on everyone.
Yeah, the rest of them should and could be able to do that.
If you could make a Facebook account, right? You could make an account with these people.
All of this,
and you see, and that's a good point that you interjected there with, because he did say that he is on social media platforms. He is on TikTok. So I guess maybe it's the mindset on what your focus is on. So you focus on the popularity part of it and not so much the business side of it.
It's really simple, but as I said, it's personal details that these people asking for that I would not be privy to. So you have to do it yourself. There's no two ways about it.
All right. Shortmus, you never call us here, Shortmus. Shortmus, I would like for you to call in and talk to the youths, because as an elder, you don't know you go. Somebody says she knows, as in Angie, she knows the business, so he can't thief her. OG don't know it, so he taking advantage. Your response?
My response is
your response.
She knows the business now because she was educated and she learned, right? She said that she has some musical background, but when she came and she started working with us, I realized that she was misinformed about a lot of stuff, right? She didn't understand them clearly. We sit her down and we educate her just like we do every other artist. You heard Ramlal say it, you heard her say it herself.
Right.
We sit you down, we educate you, and we try to make you understand. We can't guarantee you're going to understand, but we try.
The onus is on you.
Right. But at the end of the day, regardless, right? Regardless as to whether or not you understand, we do register the music equally and correctly.
Right.
And as I said, it is up to you to collect your money. His money is there. Everybody is there.
And again, the money is there in his name.
And you saw that.
And yeah, it's there. The proof is in the pudding. The money that's there can't even pay for the flour for the pudding. I'm just saying. Alright, so it's not like if Rap Boss could go and collect OG money. Rumlad could go and collect OG money. Sora, Angie, Kelly could go and collect OG money. The thing is there in OG name for OG to go and collect.
And you see it for yourself.
And it is there. It is there. The breakdown, all the details, it's there. I saw it with my own eyes. It's there. It's unfortunate. You understand? Now, there's this one before we go to the top. The question as to how an artist makes money from his live performance. The first thing is this. The promoter license. Is the promoter license to use copyright music?
Are you talking about the event there, right?
Yeah.
Well,
and
funny.
I mean, we're in carnival right now.
Funny that you'd ask, right?
There's a conversation we don't have here in Vinci.
Yeah, we don't, because the infrastructure is sadly not in place here in Vinci. But in other states like America, Europe, whatever, those private events, they have to submit a sheet, right? Which consists of the playlist from all DJs and whoever. And what they would do is get a blanket license that would cover the music played at the event for the hours stipulated.
Right.
And then I guess they would divide it up and they would pay people back to their PROs accordingly. PRO meaning the Performing Rights Organization.
Right.
So again, you don't get the money in your hand, it goes back to the same PRO.
Right. All the more reason why you have to register.
Right, so you have to register. So if you do a show in America, you do a show in Canada, you do a show overseas, they're supposed to have the license in place and you do get paid for it. They don't have somebody walking around. I believe it's by that time it's automated, right? Somebody might come and set up something and it listen on its own and track it. Right? But in St. Vincent, we don't have them things.
Anything in place.
Right. So as I said, at the end of the day, it just goes back to registering. You have to.
Yeah, and Sharp must have saying here that I interviewed OG on Vinci Lime Entertainment Media last year and I preached the importance of proper registration. I guess again he didn't listen.
Well, there's another point telling you.
Let's go to the top and we come back inside 9 o'clock and we wrap things up. Alright? The attempt here is to clear the air. Alright, we heard all, and it's not a matter of bringing in this person and the other person said what he had to say, all that he had to say, it is there. Alright? The fellas just say at least giving them the opportunity to clear the air in response to what was said. So it's not a matter of where you need to bring in OG again. OG said what he had to say already. Alright? You could take, we shared the information, that the proof that is there in regards to the songs and how they registered and all them things. We shared all that on the live. You could go back to the live and watch it over if you wanna. Alright? So let's go to the top and we come back.
Vinci, feel that power. Boom, 106.9, the sound setter of radio.
Young got no one that back calling me splurge. Watch me jump right off the curb.
New year, different lane.
We gon' spin and kill everybody. And we're telling now.
Bend that over, let that breathe. Shake that.
Boom 106.9.
Hands on your knees.
Unleash the sound revolution now on Boom 106.9.
You're watching IKTV, channel 112. It's all about you.
For that.
For 40 years, we've refined the rhythm of beer, mastering the balance of bold and smooth, crafting flavors that echo through SVG. Between the limes and the laughter, we've carried our expertise across the Caribbean, one brew at a time, perfecting the process, deepening the craft, learning what makes beer not just tasted, but felt. And now, with all that we've learned, we bring you what's next. The next wave of refreshment, the next chapter in our story, the next taste to define a generation, not just another drink.
Let me see. Every 15th of the month, the artist gets paid for streaming revenue and mechanical royalties. Do these artists get paid from a publisher and stuff? Basra, I don't know. Anything that you want to chip in? I don't know how.
I just want to say this, right? Although, it's really unfortunate that stuff like this happen, right? It will happen. It will continue to happen. And that's why it's our duty and our mission at Barca Records to ensure that we continue to educate artists and encourage the young upcoming artists not to be deterred, but to continue to strive and push the music. If we see talent and we think somebody is worth it, somebody is worth the investment in terms of time, right? It may not always be financial. In every situation, it could be different, right? We will still continue to invest and build the young upcoming artists and educate them. If you're serious about your music career, it is your duty to learn and to listen.
Correct.
Right? You cannot.
Somebody is saying, OG says he is not knowledgeable about the music thing.
Right, but we know.
And they said, oh God, sit down in front of computer and guide him.
But we did. This is what I'm telling you, right?
Yeah, but you ain't supposed to do that.
I'm not.
I'm
not supposed to sit down in front of the computer.
People we talking about.
Like, Fuji, listen to me. OG came into my, as I tell you, my personal home. He was there, staying. I bring him in front of the computer in my bedroom. sit him down. He was there. I go through. I tell you, I go through and show him everything that he made.
Jeez.
People don't understand. He was shown these things. He was told these things. He was educated not once, not twice, not 5 times, not 10 times. Constantly. I was preaching about registering and showing him, bro, you need to get serious with the music. You had the potential. The last thing I tell him in Trinidad, I say, bro, you know I's probably the only person out here who really care about you as an artist. And I go above and beyond for you. And for you to turn around and they're moving like this, it's not good.
It's unfortunate. Let me see, Lancelot was saying here, that's not quite true. The promoter request, I guess, in response to what you said earlier with the permission to play, like, here versus what happened elsewhere. The promoter request permission to have the show because he must get permission, but the problem is that the police give the promoter permission to use amplified sound, but the promoter uses the permission to use amplified music. This is an error. The police cannot give permission to play music, only the creator of that music. Lance Chapman, brethren, if you only know. Listen,
I think I know that
what Basra was saying, what I also know. All right, we don't have that in place here. All right, you apply for the only thing the police is concerned about right now is that the as long as you don't sort out your business with the VAT unit, that is basically it. Before there was something in place where Echo, you had to get some documentation from Echo, which is what you spoke to a while ago.
I'm not speaking about actual permission to have an event.
No, I know. I
responded to him, right? I wasn't talking about actually getting permission to play music. I was talking about receiving royalties from music played in a venue, right? So St. Vincent doesn't have the
infrastructure. Don't have it. We don't. That's what I was getting to.
They were trying, but they don't have it.
Yeah, we don't have that in place.
But overseas does.
Yeah, but I mean, it's unfortunate all of this. What would you like to? Like, it's unfortunate. I mean, how does it make you feel? I mean,
you know,
it has been such a good year for you guys. I mean, with the contract with Village Ram as well. Big up Kelly and the team. Big up Village Ram as well. This is unfortunate.
For the most part, it's extremely discouraging because I could tell you straight up, we do sleepless nights trying to do the music and promote the music and, you know, market the stuff. We literally lose sleep and go out of our way to push this. And then for an artist who, you know, it's not like we asking them for money, but an artist who we literally do this thing for pro bono, for free. Turn around and moving like, yeah, well, I own this, I demand this, whatever.
You see,
but at the end, but still, we cannot let that discourage us, right?
Correct.
At the end of the day, music is the goal, the music is the focus, and for the sake of Vincy Mars and for St. Vincent in music industry on a whole, for the young artists, we have to keep pushing regardless of the hiccups.
What advice would you give
to artists?
To young and upcoming artists across the board,
Get educated, ask questions, do not be afraid to ask questions, and ensure that you have proper management. Note, I didn't say ensure you have management, ensure you have proper management, because somebody could be managing you, taking a percentage, and they do not know. They know even less than you about music.
You know, what is sad about all of this, I remember in an interview over 10 years ago I had at Hits FM with Beckett. And this is basically the same thing that Beckett was encouraging, you know, to especially the young and upcoming artists. Get yourself started out, understand the business. Ask Beckett even offered himself, if you wanna, you could come by my place in Liu and ask questions. Any questions that you wanna ask questions. The onus is on you, the artist. Yeah. Morning, Max, what's up?
Morning, brother. It's another informative segment. This man, I wanna big up the producer. I wanna big up everybody who pushing for Vincy Soca first and foremost. OG, I wanna big you up to one time. Now, the brethren just said they need to get proper management. I agree with you. But in addition to that, artists, aspiring artists, educate all yourself about what you're getting into.
Yes, of course.
Because a man could tell you 6 and it's really 9. And his 6 is benefiting him, and if it's 9, in 9 benefiting. You look at groups like TLC get ripped off by
Taylor
people.
Swift.
Taylor Swift, Fugees, 5 Heartbeats, Money, and then Capitan say something very profound. That's why me a reggae man. Music is a mission, not a competition, Kings.
Yeah, exactly.
And this thing is bigger than all of you. It's bigger than the next set of people. So I just want to big all you for come out and clear the air, and Vincent and people of who side with the underdog, and OG in the situation seemed like he was the underdog, and I glad all you come and click, because me dead bias me say boy them man, you prepare for man, but then when I hear all you talk now, me have to say okay, bam 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 bam, it's three side to a story, your side, my side, and the truth, and I want to say you and OG work together again.
And I would say
Real
this,
talk.
right? We do have no problem with educating him even further. And if he come and he say, well, okay, look, somebody gave me the money and I want y'all help me register and I want y'all help me get my thing in order. We're not gonna watch him and say, oh, well, they don't say this, they don't say that. No, we're gonna sit him down and help him.
And I respect that.
You know?
Yeah.
Man, big up yourself, big man thing. You continue to push, babe, brother. You don't know how we
you could definitely look for
Yes, sir.
Alright then, here Max, big up yourself. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Fuji. Good morning, Angie.
Welcome.
Rashid and everybody.
Good morning, Ezzy.
Who listening online or wherever. Good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
Right. Well, first I want to do two things. I want to declare who I am, Ezzy Robert, and I want to declare that I'm not calling any capacity of anything to do with CDC. But sometimes you can have an opinion because people have label your opinion as CDC's position or whatever the case may be. So I'm declaring this is a personal contribution I'm making here, not a CDC interview.
And that's welcome.
Right. Now, you see what's going on here? I want to start by congratulating you, Fuji, for the way you're handling this program.
You know we keep it professional, my buddy.
Yeah. You. I think you put in the right questions, even when you asked Angie about the
Curry song.
The Curry song with thing. That is good information, how response and all the explanations. People are learning from these things. This discussion right now is a healthy discussion.
It is.
Because a lot of people out here, they go to parties, they go to events, they enjoy it and they dance to the music, but they don't understand how the music industry operates. So things like these, even a lot of the artists, you don't pay attention to these things. And Barca mentioned it where he would have had persons, that he sat down and explained things. But a lot of our artists sometimes, and I shouldn't use the term a lot, let me take that back. Some of our artists, right, are caught up with the fame and glamour. I'm an artist, I'm popular. This is a business. This is not about popularity. This is not about you just do a song and you couldn't care less how it's registered. You ain't care about the quality of the mix and the master. When you talk about mixing and mastering now, people out there wondering what you talking about. Some people, but these are all the things that artists have to pay attention to. I remember hearing Beckett in an interview, and if you listen to Beckett music, Beckett don't pay attention to just his lyrics and so on. He pay attention to his mix and master. And I remember Beckett held up an album because one song on it was a mix to his liking. He didn't like the mix and master, and it was sent back to the studio to be redone. The album, you had to wait to release the album. It came out late, but that is what you have to do. If you want people to respect you have to produce quality music. I've heard some songs, right, that the hook line is nice, and bam, that song can get you in terms of local popularity, but then sometimes they don't go beyond. You know why? Because you didn't pay attention to the writing. You didn't pay attention to the storyline in what you're doing. Where to bring in a bridge, you could have had a bridge there with some sweet music and all of that. All these things sometimes you have to, don't be in a rush to release a song. Take your time and do it properly, and the effect will be much better, because sometimes when the song is not well written, even the hook line, and after that the song don't have a quick net, and so forth. So, but just saying, I just wanna congratulate you guys on the level of the discussion. I mean, nobody accusing anybody of things or using, terms again. I like the discussion.
Thanks, my brother.
Yeah, man. And Rashid, congratulations. I see this year you're doing big things again. Definitely. Yeah, man. Yeah. Congratulations, keep it. Yeah.
Big up, my buddy. All right, we're getting ready. The guys gotta leave. Thanks, Ezzy, for chiming in. Good morning, caller. On the WhatsApp. Short Moss. Oh, my brother.
You're the only person who could get me call already.
My brother, I appreciate it. As an elder, I love when you could relate to the youths, my brother. You're probably one of the only ones who could get it done. So, Basra is here. Talk to them. They're getting ready to leave, all right? But if you could make it quickly.
Yeah, I will. Let me put some things in context about national pride. Rashid, Basra, the whole team.
Yes, sir.
1977, Granville Straker established a label. You see how far back I gone, right?
Yeah.
And Vinci had a record label. And when I saw you guys announce that you have a record label based in St. Vincent, should you know the level of pride?
Of course.
Right? You understand? It's 25 years I out there promoting Vinci with a mass band out my pocket by myself, you know? Just to put some things in context.
Yeah.
I interviewed Rashid and his brother on Vinci Lime.
Oh, yes,
and I
yes.
listened to, you remember that now?
Yeah,
Rashid?
yeah, I remember, yeah.
Right. And we discussed these very same things. Right? Let me go across to OG Parks, right? OG, I interviewed you. 12 months after, you make the same mistake. You had an issue with Marlo Ben, and we spoke about it, and OG, you need some help. Not help as in, you need help with the industry. OG, trust somebody in the industry in St. Vincent to hold your hand. Rashid and them too busy for that.
No,
That's
no,
when
no,
you
no.
see
We're not too busy, and I wanna just make this explicitly clear.
Mhm.
We are never too busy for any artist.
Just hold the line, caller. Just hold the line, caller. Go ahead, Shotmas.
And we repeatedly tried our best. When I tell you try over and over and over again to educate him, right? And if somebody just does not want to listen or just does not want to take the advice, Shamas, what do you expect us to do? We can only talk so much.
You see, remember, I don't deal with the beat down, you know. As Suji would tell you, I don't deal with just upliftment, right?
Right.
OG, Vinci Mars 2025 owes OG. OG had the first hit, and that song hyped Vinci Mars 25, right? And OG, if you're listening, I want you to listen carefully, right? You have too much talent to be in this situation.
Correct.
Right? Humility in life takes you a long way. Right? I am a youth, well, not a youth anymore, but I learned from sitting around the great Alston Beckett. And I remember Ozari called me one day, and I said to Ozari, boy, you live in Layu. Have you ever been down by Beckett house and sit down with Beckett and ask him how you're telling me how you want to be like Beckett? Well, he's right there. And one thing I know about Alston, he will not refuse to help you.
No,
But
and
if
he
you
said
don't
it. He
want
said
to
it.
listen, yeah, you have to listen. Right? And Rashid, listen to me, man.
Yes, please.
Do the best you can to continue what you're doing.
No,
Right?
man, thanks a lot.
Don't get distracted, but remember again, you alone cannot be the ocean.
Of course, and that's why we have such a strong and, as I said, loyal team for the most part.
Yeah, and I respect Fuji. Fuji know this, you know, because that interview yesterday, I'm telling you, on an international level, what it could have done to your brand. People gotta understand what branding means.
Exactly.
Rashid, I have told artists in St. Vincent, and I hope that you continue telling them, register your music with the Library of Congress in the United States. The same cost of one song registration is the same cost of an album.
Yep.
At least you have a leg. And this is not shooting at echo, right? It's putting you in the right place.
Yes, of course.
So when you gotta deal with international issues, with your creative rights, your intellectual properties, at least it's in the zone that somebody out here can step in on your behalf and assist.
Okay.
Fuji are gone.
My brother, I appreciate it. You don't know, bless up. Remember, we going to Virginia Beach for Carnival Shotmas.
I'll be there. I'm waiting on Max to get back up so we could.
Lovely.
Don't worry, we coming.
Lovely. All right then. We rolling. All right, big up yourself, my brother. All right, we have somebody else who has been holding for some time. Good morning, caller.
Yes, good morning to you, my kind sir.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome.
Yes, and thank you very much. Thank you very much for the opportunity. And I want to say good morning to the gentleman who's on who has been speaking there for a while. I've been listening for quite some time.
That's Basra.
Good morning, man.
Right. Good job. Well, just let me say who I am. My name is Martin James, and I am the CEO of ECHO. And ECHO is the Eastern Caribbean Collective Organization for Music Rights. I've been listening. Yes, thank you very much. I have been listening, and I just want to commend every creative and every producer, and I want to commend the gentleman for the work that he has been doing and the amount of input he has been putting into not just himself but the creative sector within SVG and by extension the OECS. But I heard some misguided information, and I'm not going to blame anybody really. I just want to just provide a level of clarity. So if I may, so ECHO, as I said, is the Eastern Caribbean Collective Organization for Music Rights, and our primary focus is to manage and ensure that the protection of the creators, and the creators you could be an artist. And like you singing, but you didn't create the song, you didn't produce the song, you didn't do, all you do is just add your voice to it and add what you bring to it. So you are part creator, but the owner of the song will represent the songwriter, and the writer member would be the person who actually write the lyrics and the person who create the music and music publishers. So this is who we represent.
Right. On the composition side,
right? Right. And we represent them across the OECS, and we are the only organization that could administer the copyright within the OECS, because we don't operate in a silo. We operate under CSAC rules. CSAC is the International Federation of Copyright Societies, and they provide the guidance and the way we operate. Okay, so while that is so, in the OECS, let us just say you are, and I heard a gentleman say to register in the States and register in the US and what have you. I will tell you something. Your music being registered in the US could work well for you. I'm not going to dissuade you from doing that. But we have whilst we are the duly recognized CMO, which is the copyright management, in some instances they say PRO, we are the duly recognized. We administer the rights within the OECS. So your rights, we are mandated to administer those rights on your behalf, and then transfer it to whoever, it is BMI or ASCAP, whoever you are, we do it. There is, so they cannot come in SVG and administer your rights. Only ECHO could do that for you. Only
Understood.
So now, because we have something called a reciprocal agreement with them. Now, that reciprocal agreement is basically a gentleman's agreement. Hey, watch now. I representing your artist in SVG or your members in SVG. You represent my SVG members in the States or wherever you're doing it, right? So I am going to collect and administer the rights, and the way we administer the rights is by way of licensing promoters, licensing music users, really, the government, Tutmun, broadcasters, everybody. We license them, and then we take off our admin expense, and all the rest of the money goes to the rights owners, okay? And the rights owners will be SVG, St. Lucia, Bahamas, whoever, Beyonce, whoever it is. No, but there's a quick thing I just want to say. I heard that SVG, I don't want to take too long because I want to set up an interview, my brother. We need to.
I was actually about to say that, because I'm thinking that the information that you're sharing and the role that ECHO plays in all of this. I mean, we can put a lot of the misconceptions to rest, a lot of the misguided information. So I would love what we'll do. We'll reach out to you. If you could give me some information that we could reach out to you, so that we could set up a proper
I put it in the chat, you know. Just let me tell you quickly. I could tell you, if you take down, this number is in the chat. Mr. Alan Dougal, and you all may know the name. Alan Dougal.
All right. So we got.
He is our local agent, and we have. I think you read what's his name, Mr. Lancelot Chapman, who's our local director.
Okay. All right. So let us set up a proper interview following Carnival, because you know we're in the heat of things right now.
No, we don't have to following the Carnival. It has to be in the Carnival. I'll tell you why. Because there's a serious anomaly.
In terms of the time, because I mean Carnival is basically here this weekend, so the time is not there. So it's definitely after. But what I'm saying, with all that, I don't know if you are preview to the situation now. With what transpired yesterday with the artiste, but if you could,
I missed that part.
Okay, so if you could, in because we out of time, if you could just advise as a young artist, what would be the first bit of advice you would give to young and upcoming artists just getting in the business?
Okay.
In a nutshell.
Beautiful. First piece of advice is to sharpen and hone your skills. Ensure that you provide good content and it is on par, standard. Raise your standard and raise the quality of what you are doing. And secondly, ensure that what you are delving into, understand the business of music. Understand the business. Because if you are doing it as a hobby, all well and good. If you are going to move from being a hobby into becoming your way of life, you need to fall into the parameters and learn the parameters and the laws and everything that befronts you in terms of assisting you. Educate yourself, because at the end of the day, you do not want to be misguided in any way. Educate yourself, and you don't have to reinvent the wheel, because there's a lot of education right there before you. The internet could help you, but reach out to Echo. Just visit www.eccorigHTS.org and you'll get a lot of information there. Our contact is there, and we'll be more than happy to come and have an interview, my friend. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We appreciate the call, alright? Hey, my brother, man, I appreciate it. I appreciate the time. I am even in a better place with information. I was educated. I mean, many of us, we all were. And I appreciate the fact that you took the time out and you came at least to defend your name, defend your brand, defend the other artists who were part of the camp. It is unfortunate. It is unfortunate, but wishing you guys all the best. I mean, the season, I know the weekend is here. Wishing you guys all the best. The entire camp. Is you had the most artists. You coming like one of them Calypso 10 boy. You had the most artists in the competition, but much success. Yeah, and it could only mean that you're doing the right thing, you know. It could only mean that you're doing the right thing, brother.
I'm glad that you can see that.
Man, yeah, come on and keep up the great works, eh? Don't listen. You can't stop and stone all the barking dogs on them. All right, take some of these stones and build a house. Yeah. Right? All right then. Bless up. All the best.
Yeah, man, thanks.
Angie, Sora, Gio. I tell all you, no disrespect to anybody. Gio is who going to create the upset in Victoria Park Saturday night. And after that, we're going Greg's next week Saturday, right, Rum lad? Yeah. Come on, man. Hey, we out of this. All right then. Let's go. Pay some bills and we come back.
OMG in the morning.
This carnival, Village Ram is on a rampage to ram up your energy with the best rhythm and the biggest soca artists. Drink Village Ram and keep your energy up for the hottest carnival. We up for it. Village Ram, not for lambs.
She have about 20 man, and I make 21.
Boom 1069, the sound setter of radio.
Young got no money back calling me splurge. Watch me jump right off the curb.
New year, different lane.
We gon' spin and kill everybody, and we telling all.
Bend that over, let that breathe, shake that.
Boom 1069.
Hands on your knees.
Unleash the sound revolution now on Boom 1069.
You're watching IKTV, channel 112. It's all about you.
For 40 years, we've refined the rhythm of beer, mastering the balance of bold and smooth, crafting flavors that echo through SVG. Between the limes and the laughter, we've carried our expertise across the Caribbean, one brew at a time, perfecting the process, deepening the craft, learning what makes beer not just tasted, but felt. And now, with all that we've learned, we bring you what's next. The next wave of refreshment, the next chapter in our story, the next taste to define a generation, not just another drink. This is the extension of who we are, the next experience, the next icon, imagined and brewed right here at home. It's not just what's next for us, it's what's next for you. It's what's beyond expectations. Own it, define it, make your mark. Hyrule next. This is the extension of passion, of possibility. Hyrule next. The future of beer. Made in St. Vincent and the Grenadines by the hands that have mastered the craft for 40 years.
This isn't just a run. With each step begins a new journey. A journey of determination, persistence, and self-discovery. With each step, I embark on a quest to push myself beyond expectations, beyond standards. Each stretch, a reminder of the flexibility of the human spirit. With each step, I am breaking barriers. As I push to the finish, I'm filled with pride. Not just for what I've achieved today, but for the journey that has brought me here. This isn't just a run. It's a testament to the human spirit, and I am here for it. Island Sips, beyond standards, beyond expectations, beyond water.
Meet Mom. She's not just the wake up at the crack of dawn, make breakfast, and pack bags kind of mom. She also gets her fitness game on. Yeah, she's the don't let anyone forget anything kind of mom. At the same time, she's the runs her own business, closing deals kind of mom, who finds time to get down and boogie with the kids after school, remodel the house, bake cake, host dinner, and even play her favorite game at the end of the day kind of mom. So let's celebrate Mom, because to us, she's so much more.
It all started with a penny. For over 85 years, we have invested in our farmers, fishermen, people, and our country. When we were called to serve, we were here. We understand what is valuable to our people and our country. That is why we support all industries, including tourism. We are the bridge towards a brighter future and economic growth. When our people, government, and businesses called upon us, we were here. 85 years later, First National Bank St. Lucia Limited is here for you.
You're watching IKTV, channel 112. It's all about you.
orgasm for that.
When me touch the stage, everybody behave.
Party time, get up.
Full of rage, full of sunset make you stagger. Gallows some dagger, raise up your flagger. Let we see who matter. Sunset make you stagger. Gallows some dagger, raise up your flagger. Let we see who matter. I don't want sober, strong rum turn me over. I don't want sober, strong rum turn me over. I don't want sober, strong rum turn me over. I don't want sober, strong rum turn me over.
It's not no 1,000 no 2,000, no 3,000. It's what? Hyper 4,000, 4,000, 4,000, 4,000, 4,000. Yeah, I still getting on. I say me head back and I still getting on. Say me head back, I need to stop me head back. Let go me cup, me head back and I still getting on. Say me head back, I need to stop me head back. I say not talk about how bad is it? Really bad. How bad is it? Bad. An alcoholic level, so I need me rum can. How bad is it? Really bad. How bad is it? Bad. An alcoholic level, so I need me rum can.
I think this I think has the potential. This would have been good on stage, you know, this song, as simple as it is. I think Hyper dropped the catch. Maybe he wasn't interested. Yeah, this could have been a second No Behavior. Remember that year? Nobody expected No Behavior to come and create that kind of upset.
Oh, for real.
When he won to come on out that year. This song has so many moving parts in it. Perfect for the Soca Monarch stage. Yeah. Now I see big up Jano. Big up Jano. And Jano say never see come see. Of course, no, we ain't expecting the Hands going lie down and play dead. Hands going bring full 100 and defend his title in Victoria Park Saturday night. I ain't saying that. Big up Hands. Big up all the artists. But the last $5 I have in my pocket, I put in that pan Gio. I'm telling all you now, Gio going to create the upset. One way or the other. Gio is who going to create the upset in Victoria Park Saturday night. Go buy your tickets and come find out for yourselves. Alright, now, you know what is my takeaway from all of this with a situation with OG, which is so unfortunate. And he is the one, if he don't see where he is going wrong, a lot of the momentum, a lot of the traction, a lot of the support that he is getting now is coming from a lot of people who is just as misinformed as he is, you know. And I say that without any remorse. You understand? I ain't taking back that. A lot of people who is supporting all that is happening with OG right now is coming from a place of misinformation, misguided information. As the same place where he is, the same level of misinformation that he possesses, same thing with a lot of the people who basically cheering him on. Look, Sharpmus came and said it, that he also spoke to him about the same thing about a year ago. Basho said it 2 years ago. He had the conversation even before he worked with him as an artist directly. He said he spoke with him 2 years ago. And look, 2 years after, even after Sharpmus spoke to him, and he's still in the same place with all that is happening, with all who cheering him on. If he don't fix himself and try to educate or re-educate himself about how this business actually works, or probably find proper management, somebody who could handle the business side of things while he deal with the popularity, because it seems as though he is just concerned about the popularity, right? Get proper management, get somebody to handle the business side of things. If he ain't do that next year, 2, 3, 4, 5 years down, he going to be singing the same song finding himself in the same position, complaining about the same set of things. It's unfortunate. It is unfortunate. I am just hoping that he does the right thing and educate himself. Because you see, especially where he said, and even when I heard it yesterday, I was like, well, no, that can't even make sense. Because you have a song where it just has, and he himself don't even know, you know. That's the thing. He don't know. He's going based on what somebody told him. As much as he is on social media, somebody told him that his song, the Beckwith song, has over 300 views on YouTube. Somebody told him. So even the basic follow-up, he's not doing for himself. As simple as is, you have a smartphone, you just go in, pull up the app, you type in your tune, you see where it's at, all right then, good. That's not even 1 minute. Not even one, and he not even that he's doing for his own good, for his own benefit. So somebody told him that he has over 300,000 views for that song, and that 300,000 views is equivalent to 19,000 US dollars. That's where the bacchanal starts, you know. So it sounds like a lot of money, not realizing, well, boy, no, that can't be possible. Look, Sora is saying to us, he has over 6 million views. 6 million versus 300,000. 6 million. Michelle said maybe he don't have a smartphone. You can't be on TikTok and Facebook and Instagram and don't have a smartphone, Michelle.
Yeah, one of them bangers.
You would stand a better chance if you say maybe he don't have the YouTube app on his smartphone. Yeah? I'm just saying. But 6 million views, which he says is equivalent to about 4,000 US. 6 million. So there is, even with my amateur or the limited knowledge that I have about all these things, I know that could not make sense. Having just over 300,000 views, and that is equivalent to 19,000 US dollars, you crazy? Brethren, I wouldn't have been here. I wouldn't have come in here to fight up for listen Hamilton every morning. And I could do one song, rake up 300,000 views, 19,000 US dollars. It can't make sense. And too many people who are just as misguided and misinformed as he is are the ones cheering him on instead of doing the right thing and encouraging him to do better. You understand? Just do better. The onus is on him. You can't say to me that as the producer, you're supposed to take a big man and sit him down time and time over for his own benefit, brethren. Like, seriously? Nah. Michelle says she's just trying to make excuses for him. That is evident. No. You see, Ras Joa is not beating up on him. It's not yet. No. We don't do the beating up on anybody thing. It's not beating up. All I am saying is that the onus is on him to better himself. You can't sit down. You ain't gonna do it. How much time is not? It's not my child. It ain't your child. And you heard that Basra said that they tried several times to sit him down and educate him about the business. There's only so much that you can do. So it's not a matter of beating up on him. It's encouraging him to do better. If he really wants to make, and he's talented. He has natural raw talent. If he wants to make this into a career, One, you have to be careful of the persons who he listen to. You have to pay attention to those who he associate himself with. But it just can't be going into it to just eat a food or get 2 bakes out of it. It can't be that. If he's serious about making a career out of this, he has to take on the professional approach. He has to take on that business approach. If he can't do it for himself, if he don't have the time and all to do it for himself, at least get somebody who he can trust, who's willing to assist, because in the early parts, it will be pro bono. You understand? He needs help. He needs help. And that's the bottom line. He needs help. I don't like the idea that people are cheering him on. They're cheering him on with all the ignorance. Cheering him on with all the misinformation that they have. Good morning, caller. Good morning.
OG,
yes,
good morning.
Morning, welcome.
Yeah, thanks. You know, a lot of people, I think a lot of his fans and friends, they knew and they know about his shortcomings, but they're afraid to mention it because they're afraid they're going to embarrass it.
Probably.
They know.
And that too is unfortunate.
Well, yeah. And I don't have to go into detail with that. Because if somebody, the producers, and I listen to him on another I listen to them on another station, and they explain, and I got it. There's so much that you can do to assist anybody. Yes, they sat him down several times. They show him what is what. They can't get access to his money. Exactly. So when people talking about robbing him, they can't get access.
Brethren, I saw it for myself. Everything is there in his name.
And they show it up.
It is in his name.
They show it up on the screen. The producers get the percentage, and the rest are there for him to collect. He has to do, because what the producer said also is that you tell him you're going to go. You have couple shows and thing. You're going to thing and collect some money. If you can't thing it, bring the $200 to us and let us what it is. He said, no boss, me not do that. So who the hell they want to put in the money for you?
But that's the thing, my brother.
And you're going to shows and collecting cash money when they could bring in that money
and
instead of
investing in himself.
What you gonna do?
I mean, and you see,
people out there babbling the mouth and saying all kind of stupidness.
I mean, how could that be? You
cannot even serve.
My brother.
Why people doing that? Because of your friend? Let us be realistic here. This is his business. This is his personal livelihood. If he wants to benefit from him, he have to invest in himself.
But if they're really his friends, they would encourage him to do the right thing and stop the foolishness.
They're not his
stop
friend.
Pretending with it. And that's the reality.
They're not his friend. They're not his friend. Everybody saying and listen to what he says. And the people that are producing and providing evidence of what is there, and still they turning a blind eye and saying stupidness.
Man, it's just unfortunate.
When are we going to pull ourselves together?
It's just
How
unfortunate.
much more can these people do
to
help him?
My brother, even before these fellas started working with him, they were advising him. And that's a couple of years ago. Look, Shark must came and said up to last year, he had a conversation with him and advised him, because everybody recognizing the talent, everybody recognizing how far he can go, and except him.
Yes, the man has good talent. The man is good.
I mean, it's unfortunate.
There's nothing more natural than natural about him. With the way how he does his work and how he produces his craft.
And I mean, his voice is unique and all that too.
Yeah, his voice is just unique. It's just different than anybody else.
You know what this reminds me of?
He just need to pull himself together, stop listening to the side shows, and do what you have to do for himself, because nobody's going to do it for you. Because the more you your mouth and talk out there, you're not going to get your money. You're not going to get what you're supposed to get.
Next year, the way how this is right now, next year, 2 years, 3 years down the road, it's the same conversation, you know?
It's the same conversation. So why you're not going and doing the thing you're supposed to do? People are saying, so why you already say him? He got money to register already and he refused to do it. He don't want to spend his money.
But them fellas explain why they can't do it on his behalf. Is you the art because of verification. You have to verify. Yeah, and they brought it at they simplify it as simple as can be. They did all of that.
And this is crazy. This is crazy.
It's just unfortunate, man.
He had to pull himself together, man. Thanks, man.
Yeah, man. Enough respect. Thanks for calling us, man. We're gonna end it. We're gonna wrap it up. We didn't have too badly today. No, we didn't do too badly today at all. And let me say, Rumloud and Bosswa brought a lot of clarity today. And I hope this ends well for all the parties involved. Someone with the knowledge and position to assist OG with his best interests at heart. You know, like I asked under a number of the posts that I saw last night, you know, who basically encouraging the negative. And I asked, so how is this helping the situation? How is this helping the artists? Good morning, caller.
Fuji.
Morning.
There is no carnival without bacchanal.
And we giving you 3 times the bacchanal.
No carnival without bacchanal, my brother.
Yeah, 3
And you see, I hope that a lot of the young artists listening and learning from this situation. You know, unfortunately, we have developed a culture in St. Vincent where we depend on everything. Everybody depend on each other for everything. So we don't want to work. We get a $200 when the month done and all of that. So I think people need to start looking out for their own interests. Because if this is your business and this is your craft and God has blessed you with a talent, you have to use it.
But I mean, I don't understand it. This is your career. This is my career. But I think you should do all that it entails to benefit my career. You should be the one doing it, not me. I mean, that's madness.
Madness. Total madness. No carnival without bacchanal. Have a good morning.
All right, that's up. All right, then tomorrow morning, you know how we do it on a Friday morning? We turn it up inside. We got Country Midstone coming inside. Tomorrow morning, we got giveaways. All right, we have added ranking producer, and I will get him to chime in as well. And he Steel and Glitter tonight inside the Victoria Park, so we're out there and we're representing. All right, tomorrow is Evo at the I think it's Annesville. Evo would be,
yeah.
All right, in Annesville. So come on, Saturday, the Mashra Sunday. Well, we didn't even get to go back inside. You know, it's only Hammer alone shared on the Calypso. Oh my God. Hammer just blow everything out. But big up the Calypsonians in the finals this coming Sunday. I think it is between my, let me give you my top 4. Right? I tempted to say Zion, you know, but Zion, I think they just put Zion inside it to avoid the public outcry, you know. Because I am not saying it's not deserving to be inside there. I am not saying that. But you know how these things work. You can't be so blatant with it. You understand? Beating up on the which government, you're crazy, and still want to make finals. Anyways, the masquerade is on Sunday, Juve morning, and then the Juve morning it's Country Midstone. Monday afternoon, well, we have 3 bands that we're linking with. All right, we have Purple Army. All right, we have Diesel. We have Diesel Mass as well. We also have Guinness. Well, Guinness sold out. Yeah, Guinness is out right now. All right, and then that's Monday. Tuesday, Well, I on the road with Mirage. Big up all the masqueraders with Mirage. You know, Mirage is much more than an experience. You don't know it go already. Tuesday night we're going in Moonshine. Alright? Big up all yourself. And then Wednesday, gets us ready. Rise. Kiss the band. Full blown out of Trinidad. They will be inside Victoria Park on Wednesday night. Next week, Wednesday night. Alright? Yeah. So let's shut it down. Everybody who tuned in, everybody who called, we appreciate all you. Ann says, great discussion, I love it. Fuji, excellent job. Thank you, Ann. Thank you, Ann. Alright, I'm going to sponsor Hamo a Wet Republic ticket. I could see it now, Hamo go to Wet Republic and cuss everybody. Jambon said they put Zion because he is who won't bring the crowd. Anyways, we out. Millennium Kid and the Fugitive, we're signing out until tomorrow. Have a great one.
OMG in the morning.
This party will be buzzing. This party is the real deal.